glory belongs to all who dare to become legends.
We're currently ranked number 1, but for us, it's more than that. We don't want to claim this before actually feeling it ourselves.
Я думаю, что у нас позитивная нота, но против нас лучшая команда в мире. Думаю, что это будет проверка для всей нашей команды.
I'm confident in taking any team down, no matter who we face. If we bring the Navi that we know as a team that we're capable of bringing, it doesn't matter who's on the server, we can beat them.
В ноябре для меня место, я тут выиграл чемпионат всей моей жизни, и я очень рад снова оказаться на арене и почувствовать эту толпу.
Regarding BP, I think they have a bunch of experienced players on stage.
Сейчас все изменилось, один из игроков Нави у нас. Посмотрим, что это получится.
They also are previous teammates of some of the people in Navi, so I think it's going to be a spicy game because of that.
Salami ძმებო. რა ვახართ? აბა რას ფიქრობთ, კაი თამაში გველის? მასე დაუწიეთ. გავადი წინა ტურნირის გამარჯვებული ვიტალიტი არის.
Home to long stretches of sand, people dressed like birds, and Big Jesus. As for the last couple of years, another way of drawing people into the city.
არა ძმა.
They call it Counter-Strike.
Counter. აი რა მაპები გვაქვს ახლა უცებ. მაგრამ შევა.
The first champions in Rio outsiders claimed the
აი
major title.
მაპებს გადავხედოთ.
Soil in 22.
Inferno, Ancienti და Story. არა, Ancienti.
Defending champions.
Ancienti. არა, Inferno, Ancienti და Mirage. ვა.
Could mean another IEM title for Apex and his band of troops.
გამომშვ. ეს რა სპრეი გააკეთეს მის.
Who can stop them?
ჩავრთავ კამერას, დაიწყოს თამაში და
And is it time?
ბევრი ჯერ გიყო.
Always show up at home, getting to the stage but falling
როგორც კი გამოვლენ დაიწყება
in
ეგრევე.
front of their friends, family and nation. Can this team go all the way? For some teams, there is little to no excuse not to be laying your hands on the silverware. Navi, FaZe
არ
Clan,
მაქვს კამერა ძმო.
G2, who can finally reach their potential in front of the Brazilian fandom? It's no easy task to gain glory in this arena. The stage is set, the teams are ready. Let the party in Rio begin.
Real estate denied. No! Georgie, problematic now as heads.
გამომშვ.
Fala, Rio de Janeiro! 2024.
შენკენა ცავალ.
Que lindo! Orgulhosamente, esse é o nosso terceiro campeonato mundial de Counter-Strike here em Brasília. Terceiro sediado na cidade maravilhosa do Rio de Janeiro. E depois de 3, eu acho que eu já posso considerar proclamar o Brasil como casa mundial do Counter-Strike, não é mesmo? A gente teve uma semana árdua de competições. Infelizmente, alguns dos nossos pelo caminho, mas não fica triste não, porque vai ter
ფინალი არ არის, მეოთხე ფინალია. ფინალი არის კვირას, best of 5.
Hoje não, vocês não estão sabendo? Eu sei que a gente é povo brasileiro, sofredor, torcedor, acostumado com o perrengue, mas dessa vez os nossos guerreiros brasileirinhos foram direto para a semifinal.
თავისია ძმებო, რაღაც არ გამოიყურება, რომ თავისი იყოს.
Aqui nesse palco. Então eu quero que vocês mostrem toda a hospitalidade do povo brasileiro.
ძმებო, ტრიმი დავალაიქოთ, არხი გამოვიწეროთ.
Muito barulho.
გავიძრეთ უკვე 8000
As
სკენ.
equipes da
ბიჭო, ვის ახროს დავატირე მე მაპატეთ.
Virtus.pro e Navi.
JL and Norbert.
ოპა, ვინ ნაწევს სამთას საბა კვირას? გამარჯობა.
And Fame.
მაინც ცოტა ფანია, ეხა ისინი რო გამოვლენ ბრაზილიელები, მე ბიჭო, მაგით არ მოვაცება ბრაზილიაში შეტარებული ტურნირები რა. მარტო თავისიანების თამაშებზე დადის კომანდა.
Wonderful. And Flit.
ევროპაში სუსავსია ხოლმე.
Bit and Electronic. Alexi B.
გუნდელები იყვნენ ერთ დროს ეს ჩემის. ოპა, აიჯერები ბოლოს გამოვიდნენ. ნუ მაიკაროა ჩატაინებული. გუნდები არიან გასულები, ჰეროიკი, ფურია, ვიტალიტი, ნავი, მაუსი და Virtus.pro.
Let's welcome. How'd you prepare for this match? How'd you prepare for this match?
Very good.
Very good.
Okay, are you excited?
Yes!
So much.
რა პატარა, ჯიბის ის არის.
Vocês.
ჯიბის შურიკა.
Please, gentlemen, shake your hands
კაი, ეხლა.
and take your places. Go ahead. Eu quero saber de vocês. Vocês estão preparados? Não tô sentindo ainda. Vocês estão preparados?
ჯელა არის, ჯელა მაღალია.
It's time for the showdown.
87 იქნება სამოცავი, 88. იმენა რუსეთ-უკრაინის ომი აიწია იმენეჩ. Focus by the way. არ ვიცი ძმა ვინა. ალექსის როგორ უსტენ თქვენ ბოზებად? რა უკრაინელებს უგებთ ძმა პირიქით. ნავისკენ ვართ. ნავი ვიტალიტის ფინალი მინდა კიდევ ერთი best of 5 რა. მაგარი ფინალი აიწევა ნავი ვიტალიტი ფინალი რო აიწევს. ჩავრთავ, თამაში დაიწყოს, ჩავრთავ, რომ ზუსტად დავაყენო. ფეხბურთზე მეკითხება? იასინი ავტყნავთ რა. მე რო არ უყურებ ფეხბურთს არც მახსოვდა დღესო თამაში. გააჯმევინეთ იმ კასტინი მოტყნა ჩემი. საიდან კი ვის ჯადოქარია ეს ჩემისა? სხვა ტურნირია, ძალიან მალე არის ტურნირები. მალე რო სიმპლად თამაშობთ პირველ თავის ტურნირს, გავსტრიმოთ ეგ ტურნირი? უბრალოდ სიმპლად თამაშობ. პირველი არის Ancient. არა, Inferno და მე Ancient. კაი მაპებია სხვათა შორის Inferno Ancient. რა მაპებს თამაშობ იმის ყურება მეუასება იმ. Vertigo სატამაჩვენებს ბიჭო. Vertigo სატო გვაჩვენებ. Vertigo-ს თამაშობენ არ მითხრათ ეხლა. არა ძმებო, Ancients კი არა, Inferno-ს თამაშობენ. Natus Vincere band Vertigo რანაირადო? არა Inferno-ა ძმა. კაი. კაი, წავიღოთ ახლა ჩემი თავი. სად ჩავსვა ჩემი თავი, ბიჭო? რა ხდება? აუ, ერორია უკვე. კაი. Problem. რაღაცას წერენ, აი ტექნიკური პაუზაა უოჭ. ამერიკაში თუ ხარ ძმა დაიკიდე. ბიჭო, ძმობას გაფიცებთ, ანუ უცხოეთში ვინც ხარ, საქართველოს როგორ არ გენატრებადო? მე ალბათ ერთი დღეც ვერ გავძლებ იმენა ვერსად. ნახავ რამესო დაიწყება თამაში, დაიწყო შერდა. არ წერენ არაფერსაა წავიდე ლაივი. ბიჭო, სად წავიღო ჩემი თავი, რანაირად არის? მარჯვნივ? ხელს არ შეუშლი კილებს ვითომ? აი აქ ვიქნები. აი აქ ვიქნები ჩემთვის ძმებო. ხელს არ შეუშლი მედია კილებს, რავი. აი, წავედით, აბა, ტიტენ იწყებს Virtus.pro. ვიღაცა ყვირის იქ ნავის ფანი არის აშკარად. აუ დაენძრა იმეს. ვინ არის მეოთხე? ბიტა და იმე არიან ეიზე? ამას კი ეს შეიძლება გაწიონ, მაგრამ ეს თუ გაწიეს, კაი, ეს გაწიეს, კაი, ეხა 4. იქ ეხა კონტაქტი უნდა აიღონ უკვე. დავაი, დროა ძმებო. აუ იმე არ იქნება ბლაინდი. აი, ერთი აიღო, აუ, რაც უდად ჩახსნეს იმე. აი. გეუნები ჯადოქარია ძმა ყველგან ისმის. რაგინა მარჯვნივ ძმა, შენი ურაძი ვარ აქ, ჩემთვის. კილებს ხო არ ვეფარები? კილებს თუ ვეფარები მითხარი. არა ძმა, ეგრე ვერ დავაპატარავებ, ეგრე ძალიან პატარა კამერა გამო. წინაზე არ იყო, ხო მქონდა ჩასმულიტო, რა უქნის. აი, აქ ვიქნები, რავი, რა მიდის შენ. გავმოჯს მე სტრიმი დავალაიქოთ, არხი გამოვიწერეთ ყველამ ძმებო. 90 კაცი ვართ, ერთი 60 ლაიქს რომ მაინც ავი. კაი, მე თუ კარგად ვარ ეგ არის. დავაი, უღორი. просто რაპონჩი მოიგეს, ბიჭო. ეს ახალ აპდეიტზე რანაირად დარბის კაც დამოღამებული. გაქვთ თითქოს წელშია მოხრილიო და რა. არა და ეს კაი კილი იყო არა და просто აქ იმე გაწიეს ძალიან. ის მიხვდა სეტაპი რო იყო, იმიტომ უყურებდა. უფ. Inferno, Ancient და Mirage გვაქვს მესამე. მაგრამ იმედია მესამემდე არ მივა და მალე მოუყუმარებს ნავი. გაფორსეს დავაი. ოპა, კარგი ნეიდი. ჯეილას ნეიდი. ის იმენა ტვინს ბურღავს სეჩი ძმაო. მოიცა იმ ქალს შენ გინდაცვალე იმ ქალს რო ჩავაჯმევინო მე ვიცი რაც უნდა ვქნა ერთი წუთი იმას ხმას ჩართავ კასტერების და მოიცა ორი წამი ძმებო მიალაგა ბიტა მიმენა იმამ ფოსტა ეს არის ის ვეღარ მოყავს ეს ძალიან ტვინს ბურგავს
And it puts us into a 2v2. Where's that bomb going?
It's Jay. Argy bitchy. Hey, Jay, daasave, Jay. Originally, what are you doing now? I asked now in my tent. Dance to the Gundia, which is Jan. Guy, daddy. Opa. Guy, I foresee.
Second round conversion, JL and IEM with their powers combined, those two letters with 2 frags each.
Yeah, beautiful work right there, and that's put a smile on the face.
Oh, yeah, like
So pistol loss into force by win, that's going to feel damn good, and no plant for Virtus.pro, so their force by is going to be very light. But IEM, I love how active he was. Right, it was so premeditated. Everything he did, he was one step ahead. He didn't hesitate, he didn't question, he didn't wait. Did what he needed to do. Now VP will be opting for the force buy back. Flick gets a Galil. Couple of Tech 9s in the mix, a Deagle for Norbert, light on the util. So limited options, and now put yourself in VP.
Which I mean, მაგას ვერ ხვდები ხომ? მან ინფო როცა არ გაქვს, ანუ დიფოლტზე რატო უნდა დადო?
It would need to be like a banana rush and you need to catch them off guard. But otherwise, take your
ერთი მიზეზი არის ის, რომ afterplant-ის პონჩი სათამაშოდ, ანუ მარტივია, რომ თქვათ, მან დადებდა და პიჩი ჩავიდოდა რა და პიტიდან მარტივად ითამაშებდა. რა ვიცი, მან ბომბის დადება იმენა
because the team if they're going to go for full banana control, maybe they started with 3, you want to draw that rotation back, is to keep them moving. Also to help try and identify the setup tells of utility.
Bro, stream და ლაიქით არხი გამოიწერეთ, ის არის დალაიქებული და გამოწერილი.
Right now, all 5 ready to pipe their way up the guts of middle. Brackets control, flashed off and forced back.
Yeah, he's dipping all the way back to library, keep the long range.
Darkness Albert,
good Deagle headshot could be the end of it. Flash is fantastic, and IEM, he goes down after one. Info on bit, from that flash assist, wonderful. Investigates the CT options.
This round,
Alexi B crouch peeks through and clears him out, no longer a threat.
აი ეხა wonderful-ა შახსნა არის მენა. კარგები ხარ. არა, ნავი ხოძია.
And you see the bit of a fist pump there from JL on the cam. That
is მეორე თამაში უფრო მაინტერესებს.
Relax a little bit going up against what should be the full eco from Virtus.pro. Get them a 3-round conversion, go into the first gun round. I think with Virtus.pro, this is a team that plays for the magic number of 13. Right, so we are about to see what type of approach they come with once the gun rounds get underway, how many saves that we'll have to see, but they're going to milk every moment they possibly can out of the game. And sure, things have slightly changed since the addition of electronic. There's definitely
Vitality მაუსია მეორე თამაში. მე მოსტრიმი დავალაიქეთ თქოს 100 ლაიქზე მაინც ავიდეთ მინიმუმ, რა ცოტა. 1 საათამდე. არხიც გამოიწერეთ, ისაც არ გამოიწერეთ.
You have major MVP, James.
Implasma არის რაღაც Fire 5 გუნჩი.
On the CT side, it looked like there was a change regarding the position.
Fire 2 გუნჩი არის, Falcon-ში არის. ეხლა ერთ-ერთი თამაშობ პირველ ტურნირში და მე Major-ს თამაშობ.
B rotator or A rotator, excuse me.
წესი ძალიან მაგრად ავაგებენ ეხლა Falcon-ები. ნახტაბა რა გამოვა.
But this will be one of those slow as you like rounds. Now we have Ancient coming up next, and following that, if needed, will be Mirage. But touching on these two teams' paths so far, I would say that VP. You can only play who's in front of you, but they had to drop down straight towards the low.
Well,
quite a slew of teams to get here.
I fully got
it was the rematch against Mongols that booked them the spot.
Yeah, being Astralis is an achievement, I guess.
Well, it's new Astralis, right? So really, what are we chalking that up to? I think 9Z was in the mix there as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's the run. Coming into this one, I'm still trying to make sense. Inferno is not a good Na'Vi map, because I feel like I've cast good Na'Vi Infernos. Is it just a recency thing?
Well, look, I think that it's a map that if you are having struggles...
აგეცმა იმაში დეკემბერში ტურნირი არის და მან ვიქნებით, მაგ ტურნირზე ვიქნებით, მაგაც გაისტრიმება.
I know they just want to
საქართველოს ჩემპიონატია და.
No, but I see what you're saying.
And also if this is the type of map where an opportunity for damage there. Still, a few kills. This is not a terrible eco whatsoever. 10 seconds left. They will have to go down.
და ეხლა არის ძალიან გადამწყვეტი და ეხლა ბევრი ვეკერი ჭირდება რომ გაბილდონ კარგად. ეს რომელი სპიკია? Virtus.pro სპიკია დაშე?
Quite a few phase games. So they lose the first half 9-3. They lose the pistol in the second half. They force by. It's
This is game over.
They'll pack it up, boys.
But then, you know, those games come along and the Deagle headshots get hit. Brokey wins a 1v3 with, you know, Kevin and Deagle.
Well, let's see what the pace is. Now the guns come out. One falls into the AWP on the CT side. It's going to be the likes of Flit and Fame for banana control. We're going to have Norbert and Electronic working together in unison for second mid halls and boiler control. And then Jame, it makes sense. The AWPer, without an AWP just yet, is the supportive element. Holding the flashes, ready to set his teammates up.
I'm very intrigued by not only this battle for banana, which you can see raging on here, but the early pressure to mid from a smoke that they throw all the way from
second.
And that gets Norbert moving towards Abs. Bit as well, active on the angle. To the pressure on Arch.
I think it's just a question mark smoke in the sense of, is it going to be a fast maneuver
like,
towards
do you
A?
waste it inside the area or something?
Yeah, or does it draw your third B player over quite quickly? Right, so you want to apply pressure on either side of the map, but looks like they will test middle first. Wonderful posted up on the short side. Boiler smoked off, limits the options, and might continue to slow VP. Right, if you're going through the motions, you don't want to be taking a fight on because it limits an option to fight from.
Yeah.
And then it just means the CTs can hyper-focus, hyper-fixate on mid. Now, there is no banana control, but no banana info for Na'Vi. Still holding on to a bit of utility over towards A. And this makes sense. This is prepping for a team like VP, but here they come.
Wonderful has to hit this first shot and get away safely. He actually opts to reposition ahead of the swing, so he has more fallback options.
იმე შენ დახმარებაუდა კარგი ბიჭი
They combine, they catch one on either side. Short and long shut down. No more. Double flash for the setup. I like this idea from Electronic, but you can see
Vita და Electronic არიან პიტის მოთამაშეები.
Wonderful will catch Flit and just piece by piece, player by player, they run it.
Vita არ თამაშობდა ხოლმე პიტსტო. Electronic მახსოვს 100% რომ თამაშობდა ნავში.
One being Na'Vi keep everybody alive, the other Virtus.pro don't keep anybody alive. So no saves for VP.
So when Eco, gun round 0 kills.
ძალიან კაი კლავიატურა.
A partial investment. Now they
ძმა ვაწიე. წაიღე სადაც გინდა. არაფერი არა ეს ათი. ძალიან კაია. ძალიან დონე რაღაცაა რა. ყველამ უნდა იყიდოს იმ ფალდაკლებებზე დაითრიეთ თუ გექნება. 100 დოლარი და ფალდაკლებაზე და მე რა მე რო ვიყიდე 159 ეხლა ამის headset-იც მინდა. მაგისთვის ვაგროვებ ეხლა დონაციას რა. მაგასაც რომ დავითრევ, full set-up-ი ექნება მაგის Logitech.
And look, I think that if you're a team like VP, you're more than happy not to find yourself in the thick of that utility usage. I think that you have a lot of players who can Fame and Flit, punchy in your face, very strong riflers. You throw Electronic in the mix, they like to get involved in those moments, but sometimes they're a bit more restrained. They'll kind of ice you out with the clock. They'll force you into these mistakes, not out of boredom, but out of patience or lack thereof. Now it is going to be I'm saying that right. Replaced Zoma recently, and before that it was everybody's favorite Dastan, who got well, repurposed, I think we'll call it.
Oh, that's a really nice one from Ime. Alexi the bait. Ime, he's the one that switches it up, pulls the trigger, and Wonderful does the same. Electronic just went It's like tech it's not bore any fruit. Sure, you can have top mid, Na'Vi say. It's all yours. We've got 4 players to respond if you take the
microphone
some pressure onto Alexi.
He has a smoke to block.
They
will be able to push through it if they feel.
He's calling for JL. He's thrown out his smoke, and little do they know, now is the perfect time. Gets himself across. Alexi's under so much scrutiny. He just needs to live, and he's not going to be able to do it. He gets both of them on the spray. But it's a 1 versus 4 and impossible situation.
აუ გაგუდეს ტიპი იმენაჩი. მაგათკიზე რომ კომპიუტერი გაეკრა შა მეიჯორზე. მაგით რომ ვერ გავიდნენ მეიჯორზე ტიპი.
You'll take the kill, sure. You would have loved to plan for a little bit of extra cash. Maybe, just maybe, we would have seen a James AWP manifest there, but he's operating with AK and utility. That was the Emma opener. That was the wonderful closer, I would have said. But yeah, the fact that Na'Vi left be a little bit understaffed meant that Alexi had to come up big with 2 kills. But yeah, building a bit of a reservoir now, Na'Vi. That's 2 rounds with only 1 casualty, so Finance is building.
It's a good feeling for any CT side.
This might be aggressive, Alex. Wonderful's dropped all his util or didn't buy any. He's gone aggressive.
Ბიჭო, просто უკაბელო შეიძლება ცუდი იყოს, მაგრამ ამათი რაც უნახე ძალიან კაია.
On the default, it's such heavy banana as being highlighted by our ops team here. JL's forward looking to
ძმებო, ტრიმი დავალაიქ 1000 ლაიქს ავიდეთ არხი გამო. კაი ფლეში იყო, просто მაგას თითქოს მალე გამოვიდნენ, არა?
staying stubborn with this.
No one active from, you can see he's positioned himself in a forward position to catch any returns to middle.
But they are waltzing back. And Alexi rotating away
Virtus.pro.
as well. Oh no, that's just to pick up some nades. Don't you worry, he'll be returning. Now this is very interesting. Take a look over towards T-Stairs from VP. They've completely, like, they're worried about pushes.
Yeah.
You can see that concern, but they've also come back and hidden. So if anybody played like top mid for info jiggles, you're not going to find anything. Now they return to Banana. Imma called over. Bunch of util for Imma as well. They can lock them out with nades. This is clearly part of the game plan for Na'Vi. Here they come.
Oh wow, Chakrops. Why me, Raga?
And he fades to black for fame. Takes the head off.
He must ra utility yak, bicho.
Stands and bangs. Important kill. Oh, he's exposed. The Spanish find him. Doesn't find it. Imma unable to for Jamin Electronic. Yeah, this is a must win. Just to get your
ტრიპლზე გადადივა დასასველი. მაგრამ მოლოტოვი აქ ტრიპლს დაგენტრა შეჩი. დაგენტრა.
Electronic actually gets hit by the incendiary, forces him to first oranges. Jamin and Electronic are on top of each other. Okay, maybe this reposition is pretty strong. On the pull, in the smoke, trying to wiggle away as much time as they can. Wonderful. Clears out Jamin. Electronic does not have the health to win up this clutch, but a nice headshot. Oh, a chance. Gets the necessary. Still just one for VP.
Damn, and that's the pistol round.
კარგად, შერავახ.
And everything else going Na'Vi's way, the closest round since. But still, it felt like Na'Vi were in the right place. Imma is looking like a man possessed with the type of fights that he's taking at the moment as well.
I don't know what he could see. I suspect.
არა, ბიჭო, ეხა ეს მაუსი რაც ეს ძალიან დონია რა. ყველაზე მსუბუქია და რა ვიცი. ძალიან კაი მაუსია, კაი.
Incredible work from him, and the fact that he goes hunting, he nearly had 3 there. I mean, he was looking for Electronic.
And that's what I mean, though, the fact that he's been quite aggressive for these fights, and a lot of it just feels like, not that he's forcing them, but when he sees the opportunity, he's taking it.
Oh, look at this.
Same setup. This is the same setup they just did.
So where does Bit, what's like the dream setup? Bit holds this, or he's just sets Wonderful up and then holds the bedroom. Okay, look at that.
SUPERLIGHT, yes.
Good luck getting in apartments as they fight on Banana.
აუ არა რა, მაგრა თამაშობენ, მაგრამ სად მაგრა თამაშობენ JL და Alexi Bibanansan.
Right, which tends to be the approach most of the time. You get a guy out, they're going to B. Don't worry about that. Pressure on Alexi.
Yeah, he's just falling away. The God Flash. As the God Flash has very little help. Imma's going to be picking up flashes and spawn. Alexi's being held.
So აზრი აღარ აქვს მართლა.
Alexi B's head is going to be visible. Oh, he's a dead man. Flip. High impact for Virtus.pro has gotten them into the site, giving them their best chance to.
სავარაუდოდ Alexi B მის მონიტორს უყურებდა.
3v3 post plan.
არა, გიებანი ადამიანი.
They surely give it a look in.
They should do. Smoke for Imma. You don't really want to use that to Banana because Bit's going to come up late. Wonderful. Incendiary could place itself towards the triple box. A flash and go. Bomb almost halfway gone.
Yeah, they're being diligent about this. They're working out how they use every piece of this utility to try and make the pressure too much to handle. Norbert, limited options, stands in the middle of nowhere. James does go down on coffins, but still Norbert and Flit stubborn. Up to the 1v1. Bit and Flit.
ვაიმე! რა ცოტა დააკლდა.
Injects some life into VP.
ნაუ იმაიღო ხა ტაიმაუტი? რა საჭირო იყო ტაიმაუტი? რა მოხდა?
Essentially the setup that Na'Vi are running
because there's so much
as soon as you're able to get an opening incision, at that point it becomes easier to execute. Alexi getting caught off guard by that contact play. The smoke came in, but he just wasn't.
მე პირველივე დღეს გავფარმე იმაზე რა ქვია, მოლოტოვებით ან ნეიდებით. თელი ღამე ვთამაშობდი და გავფარმე.
I want to mix things up. Saw the setup they ran in back-to-back rounds. Now it's about making sure the VP don't crack through the finances. So expending a lot of cash into the rebuy Na'Vi. Blade with a lot to say within the 30 seconds. Virtus.pro now get the AWP into the hands of Jane. Fame operating with the Mac 10. Electronic the same.
The desk reminded us as well.
450 რა მოგივა მაგაში. 500 ბევრია. გაუხსნელი მოგივა მაი მარკეტზე დევს რამოდენიმე ვარიანტია. 400 ლარად.
Well, Yanko was talking about this
ტრეიდბანი არ დამდებია. მე პირველ დღეს ტრეიდბანი დაედო მარტო იმათ ვინც იმას თამაშობდა team deathmatch თამაშობდა free for alls. ანუ deathmatch თამაშობდა, ოღონ team deathmatch რა, ანუ იმაზე რა ქვია, ოფისში. მაგათ დაედოთ მარტო ბანები. არა, არ გამიყიდავს გიოქეს.
They're all major winners.
არ გამიყიდავს.
Actually,
არ
everybody in the
რა
server
გამიყიდავს,
is a
რა
major
სიტყვა
winner.
თქვით? არ გამიყიდია რა.
Get their space this time, Norbert and Electronic. This is nice. Apartment's not closed, and the double swing.
What the? Кай ხარბით, კარგად. აუპე? აუპე, მოდია. ტიპმა გადაცვალა, იმით მოკლა, ამით მოკლა.
Thought he had gained that control, but Bit was so quick on the trigger to make sure Wonderful's death was not in vain.
But re-peaking is on the
29 ლაიქი გვაკლია 100-ს მე ბაბარე მიაწყ.
Now we're catching it from Bit. You know, we've also seen them trying to ice out, hold on to utility for longer, but also they're not afraid to take fights.
They don't give VP the space. Oh, 100 damage or thereabouts from the HE onto Fame and James. Flit, however, again onto Alexi.
Кайგი ბიჭი ჯეილ, მიიღეგეთ, მიიღე. მიიღეგეთ, ეგეც.
Glorious defensive B.
ამას რატო აიტებენ? 13-ი გადის ტრეიდი. მე რა გავაკეთე იცი რო გავფარმე, მე რო ვიყიდე რა იმ დღესვე არ მიყიდია. უბრალოდ მეორე დღის არ მიყიდია. რამოდენიმე ვარსკვლავი მაკლდა რაღაც 10 თუ 5 თუ 10 და ეგ 5 და 10-ს რო შევასრულე მეთქი მე რეგემას ვიზავ. კიდია პროფიტში ყველა ვარიანტში ვარ და რავე, რაში მადა. დოლარზე ქვემოთ არ ჩამოვა შანსი არა. 100 кейსი მაქვს.
Starting over towards second middle. James will join Norbert and Electronic. Flit just selling a standard looking banana. Half wall smoke lands, molly top car, apply pressure with spam. This is going to be more direct towards A. Could be on for a wrap here.
XCB can play ahead of that, does opt to play into Moto
and
has a free
მეორე.
two frags.
ეგეც ალეკო.
James
არა, არ შემოხვიდა, არ შემოხვიდა. ვაი, ის საჩაირს.
They can get into A.
Wonderful.
able to get a bomb planted. You can see the timing there favors
Wonderful, რა კაცია, როგორ მოკლო ტეკნაი.
Considers the plant Electronic not the perfect.
მოვით, რატო დებენ მათ, ბიჭო?
And that CT smoke sows seeds of doubt. James throws the rifle to Electronic. Maybe this could lead to the 1v3. The selfless leader throws the Kalashnikov up to Electronic and he can't convert. A nice attempt, a nice idea. You can see it's a thinking man's game is Counter-Strike, at least when James involved. An 8th round for Na'Vi. This CT side is looking rather indomitable.
ბიჭო, ეხა ისეთ ფორმაში არიან არა გამონიწყო.
Na'Vi had, and that's even before that arch smoke landed. The fact that Alex is able, as one of the B defenders, to be out library into Moto, dealing with these opening 2 kills. I think that Na'Vi are looking hyper prepared for this matchup against VP.
Logitech-ის მარტო კარგი არის, რაც პრო სერიებია, დანარჩენები არის ყველაფერი ბანძობა.
Alexi getting fired up about that, and understandably so. That's 8 rounds to your name at this point. You could walk away with a 10-round haul at the half.
And you lost the pistol.
Exactly.
It's 8-2. Na'Vi lost the pistol.
They're going A heavy again straight away. This time they're going to waltz up middle and second mid simultaneously. And this one's quicker.
Yeah, this is direct. I mean, the smokes are in the air, but Norbert's ahead of them. So he can just take this space. At this time, no one's there. It is disconnected. Alexi's still on the site. It just falls to Wonderful and Bit. And Bit already passes his first test. Wonderful getting overwhelmed from either angle.
Wonderful, უნდა მიიღო.
Flit and a chance.
Simply მაგას გაატყავდა ხო ძმებო.
A nice pace change has led them to a plant. Dangerous game to push that arch smoke, and now more smokes landing towards Moto. This is where I start asking Chad, is it time to whip out the abacus and give him 3?
Yeah, it might have to be. JL has enough for a residual buy. Wonderful as well, and now JL falls. I think that'll sign the notice that this round is definitely Virtus.pro's. And I love the pace of that. They've gone for essentially the same call, better weapons, but straight out the gate.
კი, ძალიან იზი მანი გავაკეთე. ეხლა 13-ში რო აიხსნება ტრეიდბანი, $100 ჩავიდებ.
On the CT side as well from VP. They always tend to have the stacks going on, but it could just be James inside the matrix plugged in.
I mean, the fact that he's had the audacity to just say, let's do the same thing again, straight out of spawn. Alexi won't be there this time. And he wasn't. They started 3B. I mean, he's definitely called himself into a third round.
And that's just as I was praising Na'Vi for reading the game quite well.
Yeah,
so the mind games, how quick it can chop and change. You can see wonderful, it was tough for him. I think he wanted to be the player having to deal with the outside with the AWP from side. That meant the bit would have needed to be back pit to deal with Torch.
Right.
So the positioning not there. Wonderful under a lot of pressure. His scope would have been heard in sight as well. And a shake of the head there from JL. Final round, first half, M4s across the board. No wonderful AWP. And this time starting 3A Na'Vi.
Let's see if James still plugged into the matrix as you put it.
მე 24 ლაიქს მიატყით რა ვიდეთ ასე ბარემ. ხონა იქნება. რა. გვიანი.
Gray screen for him, flash telegraphing the aggression.
Now an over rotate from Na'Vi.
Now switch.
Will be determined by the ending.
Space and Navishi.
Yeah, it's either brilliant or the opposite.
Now I don't think you want to block anymore if you're Na'Vi. You kind of want them to come in. So Bit still with this smoke and this molly. If there is a threat, I feel you probably want to use it to extinguish instead, and VP have more than enough utility to go for a full set piece. CT, coffins, mollies galore, but essentially dry swing.
Completely ahead of it. Flit trying to get early info, loses his head now, it's a 4v4. They've lost their advantage, they're still committing. The util, the swing, Alexi B1, overlooked perhaps, yes. Alexi sets up Bit for success. 9-round haul on VP's map pick.
ვა 9-3-დან მე მგონი ძალიან მალე მორჩება ბაზარი. ბალკონი დაბალი დონის გუნდია შედარებით, ვერ გავიდნენ ამ ტურნირზე. შემდეგ ტურნირზე არიან ESL შემდეგ ტურნირზე და მაგას უყურებ. აუ ეს რა კაცი იყო ფლიტა რა კაცი და ის ვინ იყო? ვაი ფეიმა რა კაცი. Magret მე შერავა. აბა ბიჭო ჩამსვა ეხა ნორბერტას მაგივრად. პროსტო რუსული არ ვიცი. ეგრევე დაუწყებდი. მამკუიბავ. ვა, ბრაზილიაში რა კაი გოგოები არიან. შენ არა. wonderful-аса ჩემნაირი კლავიატურა. პროსტო ის არის, ციფრებს უჩებს. Magrat, მათი. მაგარი კაცია, ეს როგორ დააჰეითო. კაცი არ მესმის ჯეილა როგორ დააჰეითო და დონკატა, რა საყვარელი ტიპები არიან. ბიჭო წააგეს, G2 გააგდეს, წარმოიდგინე ტურნირიდან G2 გააგდეს. და მე წააგეს იმასთან, რა ქვია, ვისთან წააგო, ბიჭო, უცებ. მონღოლებთან წააგეს. და მონღოლებმა წააგეს ვისთან? ვისთან წააგო მონღოლებმა მე? მონღოლებმა წააგეს Virtus.pro-სთან მე მგონი. So, Kolos, goat. Text like it's me bossამდე, დავай. მივაწოთ. რა კარგად თავსი ჩემი თავი ნახეთ. ნახე რა კარგად ძივარი.
They will go now, hey.
I'm running when I get.
Alena, swing with me.
I'm running it.
Wait, don't let me play, Alena. Play. First box. One more. Banana. Nice!
That's a tough pick.
They didn't see you guys or what?
No.
Oh, what the fuck, bro?
No, they saw two only.
VP winning a pistol and coming through with only 3 rounds to vote after their attacking side on Inferno. This is their map. This is a quarterfinal, and they're up against world #1 Navi. VP Rio is supposed to be good for them, and it has got them this far.
It's fast.
Charging straight towards the VP defense on B. This is Poppy, the whole team, the entire Navi roster behind that smoke, and it seems they
დაწყნერდით ძმა face-იც კი არ თამაშობთ, რას შავთ ბლედ.
And they cut noise and turn tail.
All right, calling the cancel there, and they put everything they had into that. Now they have to reset and do it with just the Glocks. There won't be U2 as part of the finish. They did force a bit of a rotation from VP, who have been struggling with opening kills. They would love one on the pistol round in the CT half. Only 3 to their name so far, but back and forth we go. I told you Jane loves these gambles. Going to roll that dice. But this Na'Vi, they're not sleepy, they're not tired. The group stage games for them are formality. The playoffs where they do their absolute best work, and they are looking for a 6th grand final in a row. And if you look at the pattern, this one should be a win. And if second or first,
მეექვსე ფინალში გადიან ზედისეთ ბიჭო.
To the side of the head.
Eksi finali.
Yeah, that is a bit of a face palm for poor Bit, but it was Norbert. That's information in itself.
Electronic has actually nailed it. He's alone here, and he's managed to repel the first.
You need a plan.
He's hitting every shot. Electronic, the one-man army. Can't disrupt the plant. Navi will at least get that, but a pistol, surely too much to ask of these two. It's just JL. It's just JL. On that great position, a clean click for the first, converted back by Norbert. Both pistols here on Inferno.
Well, that's what I was saying just before we got into the match. When you see certain
simple as garaše, dzma, ჩემს garaše.
You lose the pistol, your choice is
most
of
the
time you're going to go for the force by to make sure the game doesn't get away from you, and then you lose that,
and then the game gets away
from you. But the bomb goes down.
Virtus.pro-მთან.
Well, I don't know if I like this decision from VP.
ალბათ გაფორსავენ უნდა მაგის თავარადოთ ფორსავენ
You've
ესე.
now given Blade a free opportunity to have a conversation he might not have otherwise wanted. Now we'll see, because the buys are starting to manifest, the piece of paper is out and the mouth is moving. But Passionage, is there a reason that you've called this? Do you feel the force buys are destined to happen anyway?
I mean, yeah, from the outside looking in, Blade used that much more than the VP's coach for sure. But I mean, when you take a look at the guns, once we get it back into the server, which we are about to do, I don't know. I'd definitely be leaning towards the VP.
Well,
at least 2 of those M4s and one. Players alive on the pistol round without damage to the armor. You get those nice little cheaper upgrades. But we see, well, more like starter guns, don't we, for Na'Vi? Some Deagles, some Tech 9s, and some Mac 10s in the mix. A smattering of utility and a forward stance on middle for the likes of Electronic and Norbert. Jane rotating back in time, U2 at the ready. But this is going to be a classic Alexi B Apartments waterfall by the looks of things. Norbert back of pit, has a smoke to work with. Electronic on porch, Jame Arch, and guess what? Glitch joined as well. Here we go.
Norbert, dadeki შეჩემ.
Norbert, now would be perfect time.
Aura timingზე და
No, Norbert gets nothing done from the pit position. Electronic next victim swung upon, and now awkward. Jane boosted up, finds himself a little bit of damage, unable to convert. What a nade! Oh dear, VP sent back to spawn.
მე იმ დღის დედავატირე ეს რო აქ იჯდება და მე სახში ვიქნები ბიჭო.
running to the hills to save an M4. And Na'Vi, after losing both pistols, win both second round force buys.
And they might take it all. Flick gives up his position. JL screaming exactly where he is, low on HP. They're going to try and run this one down. But that HE, when we catch it in the replay, it looked like it was in slow-mo.
James watched it and just, you could see, or he could see, his imminent demise. Flick going to hide out on the sandbags. For Na'Vi, I mean, you know, you've already won.
იმის კარმა მოყვება ძმას, იმის კარმა. ამაგათმა მეიჯორი როგორ მოიგეს პროსტო ბიჭო, ეგ მეიჯორი როგორ ნორბერტას მეიჯორი როგორ აქვს მოგებული და ნიკოს არატო. მერთო მაპატი ეგრე რო ლაპარაკობს, მაგრამ რანაირად პროსტო. რომელ სამყაროში იმსახურებს ნორბერტა მოგებას მეიჯორის და ნიკო არა.
Both of those teams starting in the quarterfinals, but both of those teams playing the best CS that we have across the board at the moment. No Spirit in attendance, FaZe going in the right direction, but still unable to get past Maus. Maus would be a conversation for later in the day, but winning here in Rio would be a great way to change the dialogue around Maus. They've been on a bit of a downward slide recently, but it's all about Na'Vi.
It's a nasty death for Norbert. Throw out his smoke. Just a headshot angle and a very good Mac 10 frag.
He was the only player within the team that did not have head armor.
Man, ფინალში ვისე თამაშენე?
Yeah, you see the Goosh come through. You're paralyzed at that point.
Yeah, you're right.
ფინალი იყო ჰეროიკი?
You can put things in now.
ჰეროიკს ეთამაშენ, სვეჩი.
Around the saved M4.
და ჰეროიკმა მოუგო ფურიას, ხო?
Just a few rounds away with VP's money in the bin. And right now, it may as well be there. Flit investigating top banana. Timing not on his side. Dinged up. Not run down. Oh, JL, he's got different opinions. Let's call this one done and dusted, shall we?
That was hideous. Na'Vi got full control of B. Bomb will be scooped up now. Delivered over towards that wide open bomb site. Electronic.
ნორბერტაც იმის წევლა მოყვება, ძმა, სომეხი რვა და რუსეთის დროშით რო გამოდის.
May very well go down, concede the FAMAS, but the round is Na'Vi's.
Yeah, well, with Bit, so Bit in Boiler and Halls, making sure the CTs can't push by that magic line drawn in the sand, and Immer's not too far behind to open with middles. So information, and we want to take everything away. And I feel it's a clear directive from the coaching staff. Today to come in and fight. We were having this conversation in the break. It just felt like every opportunity when Na'Vi spotted VP players, they thrust forward and looked for fights. Do not let VP play within the fog of war. Don't let them have the map control advantage, because VP's the type of team who will just sit top banana for 45 seconds because you're respecting that they have the map control and members elsewhere to deal with it. James now noted and dealt with. Emmet grabs that, and no money for VP. You know what we might see from VP in this is because Flit didn't buy anything behind the saved M4, he might just go silence M4 armor again. So at least they have something to work with and force buy, because this is more than desperate right now.
Yeah. I mean, second round conversions from Na'Vi have really broken VP.
You come into a quarterfinal as a massive underdog and you win both pistols, and you're going to walk away with potentially only 4 rounds.
ნიკალ ცოდოვად მარტო ვარ და ეხა ორ თამაშს ვერ იმას ვიზავ.
I affectionately refer to as the fanatic stack, or at least a variation of it.
საღოლ ძმა, საღოლ დაანჭკვიანი, არა, ელექტრონიკა მაგრად იყნოსავს რაღაცას, იმიტომ რომ ეხა სამკაცო ვერ დაადგება თავზე.
And there's some info for JL. He'll go down. It's worked out lovely. Did think onto wonderful.
Run.
ო ეს იყო მომეწონე, სხვათა შორის ძალიან კაი იყო. სამი კაცის ტაგზე და როგორც კი გაისროდნენ ორივე ერთდროულად ქრანჩავდა აქეთ იქიდან, ძალიან კაი იყო სხვათა შორის. კაი რაუნდი იქნებოდა. ორი სამი კაცი რომ მაინც გაჩითული იყო, ძალიან კაი იყო. ვა. შეიძლება თო.
Like you've got 2 choices right now. These rifles in the next round would be great, but you haven't had many opportunities to win.
Also, smoke is bananzi ashkara darchat.
You've got a chance.
You need one more, right? Like you need one more clean, like double dink from them for a P250 swing and a corner.
Like
it's within reach. But you've got to get past Ima, and he's about to peek into 2 of them. He can't do it. Down to 21. And Ima, okay, he should be dead now. Another player does damage and doesn't convert. Well, VP, they'll just try and get away with what they can. I think the M4 have been recovered. Yeah, James gets his fingers on that and gets out of the dodge. No, but trying to maybe stop these save. He will probably.
Well. Wouldn't a 13-4 victory wash away the bad memories of Inferno for Na'Vi?
Most definitely. Isn't for VP, their Inferno's been looking like one of the strengths they have in their arsenal. Not particularly commonly played, just 3 maps in 3 months.
Yeah, they've tried to pick into a weakness of Na'Vi today. Up next we have Ancient. Now VP did win Ancient yesterday against the Mongols.
არაფერს არ გვასმენინებთ. მადლობა. ძალიან კაი voice comment-ი.
Alexi, this is the perfect example of what the half-wall smoke can facilitate, and Flitz boosted up. A chance.
Oh,
a
კაი
trade.
ტრეიდი.
And a 4-on-4 to start. Feint isolated, but Bit will catch the aggression.
მორჩა ბაზარი, მორჩა.
Towards apartments, Electronic goes down. Now they start to just turn up the heat.
არ ვიცი, ნახოთ რავი.
Oh, he gets away with murder there.
Wow!
Himself a second as well.
1v3.
რა ცოტა დააკეთა.
In the clutch. Accelerates into the B bomb site. Will get chance to plant with that smoke up.
დადო, შეჩემა, დადო.
Norbert and James to keep Inferno going. Ime with 21 frags total to clutch to close out a 13-4 on VP's pick. He's determined to make this the last round on Inferno is Ime. Norbert taking his sweet time. Jane, procedural bomb, ticking away. Time sensitive mission.
ერთი. ძალიან კაია და.
Norbert, smoke on the bomb will get him nervous. Ime can overplay his hand here. Ime gets the job.
ძალიან კაია
He's
და.
gonna update tonight and takes it as quickly as possible. 13-4 map 1.
არა. Treatment წუთში არის შემდეგი მაპი. აი. მოსიზოთ რა ქვია. So, ეგ არის. ამ აკაუნტზე ყოფილიყარ ძმა. კაი, 17 წუთზე დავბრუნდეთ. იცი? თუ ვარხი გამოიწეროთ სტრიმი დაალაიქეთ, ვისაც არ გაქვთ დაალაიქებული და გამოწერილი თხოვნა იქნება. 17 წუთზე შევახტეთ ის. კარჩე 50 კაცი გვაკლია რა. 49 კაცი გვაკლია. და ავალთ ჩვენ 7400-ზე, ძალიან კაია. ძალიან კარგია. კარგად მივიდივართ. მე მგონი გადავკეთებთ არაში შემდეგი წლის ბოლოს 10-კას. სალამი. მეტასაც დაჟე. ესე გავაგზავნებთ. Falcons როდის აქვს თამაში? მოდი სიმპლას თამაში როდის გავსტრიმავთ გეტყვი ახლა, მოიცადე? გადავიდე, გავხედოთ. 14 დღეში არის ESL Challenger კატოვიცე. და მან წესით აქვს შანსი რომ მოიგო ნექტურინი სხვათა შორის სიმართლე რომ გითხრა. ეს ვინ დაიმატეს? ნუ ვიღაც სხვა დავუმატე. კაი. თამაშები ჯერ არ არის დაწერილი, მაგრამ 25 ოქტომბერს აქვს თამაში რორამე სიმპლას აქვს 25 ოქტომბერს თამაში 25 ოქტომბერს შეგვიძლია უყუროთ სიმპლას დაბრუნებას პირველი ლანის მე მეიჯორსაც გავსტრიმავთ ჩვენ იმიტომ რომ მეიჯორის გასტრიმის უფლებაც მოგცეს იმედია მანამდე ბლასტი წამოგვეწევა და World Finals გავსტრიმავთ ეგეც კაი იქნება სოთეში
And in charge on Virtus.pro's map pick 13-4 is how this map ends after Ime pulls off an incredible clutch to close this one out, Jacob.
Yeah, there was a great performance coming in from Na'Vi. You could definitely see that they were determined to make a point. They came in with good energy, came in playing very proactive, very active Counter-Strike, and made the playing field for VP atrocious.
ვიჭორავთ, სანამ დაიწყება შემდეგი მაპი. გამოუშვით შეკითხვები რამე თუ გაინტერესებს.
Yeah, we were saying that the loss to Furia is probably going to be a wake-up call for Na'Vi, and they've shown it today, right? Despite losing the pistols, winning the second round both times around, you could tell the energy, right, from the player cams as well. JL pumping everybody up. They came with a purpose today, and they just dominated.
And for VP, this has got to be such a bitter pill to swallow because, as you mentioned, they win both pistols. Na'Vi stopped them converting both times and like just capitalize upon that, stringing round after round together.
Yeah, it felt like Na'Vi were in control pretty much from the get-go, and I think we could
არა.
get into it straight
ანუ
away.
აქედან ამისგან გადასვლა არ შემიძლია მაგას.
Not being able to convert. You said it. Na'Vi struggled with that exact point, you know, against Furia. This.
აი დავამიუტოთ ეს ცოტა ხანი სანამ ტვინს ბურღავენ. დაიწყება. ნუ კაი, უკვე გავიდა რა, ნახევარი უკვე გავიდა. ნახევარი რაღა და 5 წუთი უკვე გავიდა. კაია პლასტიკი. ნახე რა ცოტა ხალხია იმენა. ანუ აქ არ უნდა ჩაუტარო ძმაო რა იმენა. აი ამ კომანდას არ უნდა ჩაუტარო ტურნირი. ხვალ ნახე, ხოლ გავსტრიმა ხვალ. და ფურია რო ითამაშებს, ნახე, სავსე იქნება სტადიონი. ისინი მოვლენ დაჟე რა ქვია 2010 წლის ნაკრები მოვა იმის რა ქვია ფეხბურთის. რონალდინიო და ისინი გაიჩიტებიან. ანუ ეგეთი კომანდაა, ეგეთი ქვეყანაში არ უნდა ჩაატარო რა. სადაც იცი რომ მარტო მოდიან თავის გუნდის სანახავად, ანუ რატო? არ ვიცი. მადლობა ძმებო არხის გამოწერისთვის ჯიგრები ხართ. სტრიმის დაალაიქეთ, არხის გამოეწერეთ, ზარის ღირაკის გააქტიურეთ და ხვალ ისევ 7-დან დავიწყებთ. რა, მე 100 кейსი დავითრიე ნუ. არა. ბიჭო, რაღაც უსაშალოების ბოლო სერიამ ვერ გაასწორა ისე ხო, როგორც წინებმა. თან პატარა სერია გააძრეს და რა პონჩი ვერ მიხვდა. ბიჭო, ახალი მისიის, მიშო. გალერი кейსები რაც 100 ცალი მაქვს ეგ. ეხლა ამ მისიაზე ემაზე გავყიდი.
დავფრინო! გამეცალეთ ბიჭო! პროლიგა.
რა, მე არ გამისწორდა რა, ძალიან პატარა სერია.
გამეცალეთ ბიჭო! პროლიგა.
ანუ წინები ბევრად ჯობდა. ზაკავარ კერვალიშვილი ვისვე საუბრები. დაითრიე უეჭველი, ოღონდ 5 და გაფარმე, პროსტო დრო დაგჭირდება ძალიან ბევრი. ხელზახში მაგალი ჩათრახი ტიპი იყო ეგო და მართალია? Guest price. ყველას ერთად უნდა გამოვიცნო ფასი, ეს იქნება ალბათ 1.5k. მეტი თუ არა. ფილტესტედია, მაშინ 3k მაქსიმუმ ყველაფერი ერთად. არა, ბევრია მე მგონი 3k, 2 და 7. ეგეც ბევრია. აი 2 და 8, 2 და 9 იყოს. 2 და 9 იქნება ამ ყველაფრის ფასი. გვაჩვენებთ? გაღის? უნდა გამოვიცნოთ, თუ არ დაწერენ ფასს? 2 და 9-ს ვფიქრობ რა. მარ შეიძლება მეტიც იყოს. დადასი. 2 და 5, 2 და 5. რაღაც ეგრე უნდა ყოფილიყო. ვიტესტედი რა იყო. ვარ დააჭი იმის. კი, გალერი кейსები ახალი. მადლობა ძალიან დიდი სონიკ. ძალიან უღრმესი მადლობა დონაციისთვის, ძალიან დიდი მადლობა. ყველა რო ვიყიდ იმ ყურსასმენს ყველა სახეს დავაწერ, ვიც დაადონატებს. ძალიან დიდი მადლობა დონაციისთვის. კი, 15 დღეში ლუკა, 25 ოქტომბერს. რა, მე გალერი кейსები დავითრიე და პროფიტი თუ გინდა кейსები უნდა დაითრიო ყველა ვარიანტში. ანუ თუ დრო უყურე ხა, მარტივად რო აგიხსნათ. თუ დრო გააქვს, ანუ ეს кейსი დოლარზე ქვემოთ არ ჩამოვა. შანსი არაა რომ დოლარზე ქვემოთ ჩამოვიდეს. თუ 80 ცენტზე ჩამოვიდეს 100 წელს რო აიღებ 5 ანუ 5 წელი ბათელ პასი რო იყიდო გინდა $80. $80 ანუ ყოველ იმაზე რა ქვია პროფიტში იქნები ხვდები რო დაკეტავ ამ იმას გაფარმავ გაყიდი ამ кейსებს პროფიტში ხარ ყველა ვარიანტში გაყიდი პროფიტში ხარ გაყიდი პროფიტში ხარ ყველა ვარიანტში ანუ მინუსში ვერ წახვალ რა ჩათვალე რომ დოლარზე ქვემოთ არ უნდა ჩამოვიდეს მაგ кейსის პასი რა ერთი წუთით ახალგაზრდობა. გავიდან გავხსნი ამას. კი, Discord-ში დაიპოსტო. მოგივიდო და ყველა ვარიანტში. ნახო მოიცა? კი, არის, Discord-ში არის. ასევე ძმებო, ვისაც კიდათ რომ notification მოგივიდეთ ხოლმე Discord-ის სერვერზე შემოდით. ორჯერ დავწერ ძმა. ორჯერ დავაწერ შენ სახე. ძალიან დიდი მადლობა. უღრმესი მადლობა. უღრმესი მადლობა დონაციებისთვის. ბიჭო, ჩემი აზრით მაგდენი კამანდა არ ვართ ლევან რომ გავავსოთ, თორე ერთ ტურნირს უეჭველი ვიმსახურებდო. რავი, ეხლა აი 2000 კაცს შევკრებავთ, მაგრამ მეც ვერა და აქ ეხლა ბევრნი არიან ძალიან. ანუ ფილარმონიას გავავსებთ რო რამე. ფილარმონიაში ამდენი კაცი ეტევა. ფილარმონიას გავავსებთ რო რამე, რომ მოვინდომოთ. დოტას კამანდა, ვალორანტის კამანდა, იმის. მოხსენებელი თამაშის კამანდა. ისინი გამოვიდნენ უკვე ჯდებიან? ინტერესო. აუ, გადაო, ანუ ხო, ანუ შენ ქვეყანაში ჩატარდეს თუ გუნდსაც ათამაშებენ, უეჭველი გადაო. იმპლა ფალკონებში ითამაშებს 25 ოქტომბერს. ეს ჩელენჯერ კატოვიცეზე. ამიგეთ ტიპებს ბიჭო ტიპებს ჩაუტარეს მეიჯორი, ანუ მეიჯორი ჩაატარეს ბრაზილიაში, რიოში. ტიპებმა ბილეთები კი არ იყიდეს. გარეთ ეკრანი გაშალეს რაღაცა. აი ესეთ დიდი იმის, რა ქვია. პროექტორი მოიტანეს. პროექტორი, რაც ქვია, პროექტორი ხო, პროექტორი სხვა რაღაც. პროექტორი მოიტანეს და გარეთ უყურებდნენ ტიპები თამაშს, ანუ ამათ ცხოველი დედავატი რამე ტურნირი როგორ უნდა ჩაუტაროთ. დავედით მეიჯორზე, უღრმესი მადლობა. просто ეს ერთი წუთი რა ჭირს ამას. ერთი წუთი. ჩავჩეკო ერთი. ой. აკაც. აჰა. გოლი სად არის? აჰა. მადლობა კიდევ უღრმესი მადლობა კიდევ ერთხელ დონაცისთვის. ძალიან დიდი მადლობა ძმაო სონიკ. იგარი ხარ. ეს რა მაპია? ინსერშენური, ეს ძველი CS:GO-ს მაპია. რა ბრუნდება CS-ში? ამერთხე ძმებო, მეიჯორის პიკებზე ამერთხელაც მენდეთ და ამჯერად მაინც აგაღებინებთ გოლდს. კი არა და დაიმონდს. კინაზე არ ვიცოდი, მე მაპატიეთ, ეხლა ვინც მე მენდეთ და სილვერი ავიღეთ, მე მაპატიეთ, იმიტომ რომ ამათი ბრალი იყო, არ აგვიხსნეს სწორად როგორ უნდა აგვიღო. არ ეწერა ძმაო. მე მეგონა 3:0-ზე რო ჩაწერდი 3:0-ზე. ოხი. ერთხელ ამერთხელაში ბიჭო, nothing, მე მგონი უნდა გაყიდო რაღაც პონჩი რა. იმიტომ რომ ძალიან ადვილად შეიძლება მაგის დაგდება. მე ვფიქრობ უნდა გაყიდო რა. იმიტომ რომ წითლის ძალიან ლამაზია სილვერზე. წითლის დაგდება ძალიან მარტივია აქ რა, მაგრამ ერთი ვარიანტი ისაა, რომ ამ სტარებს ვერ ყიდულობ რა. ანუ შენ დროს დებ და შენი დროით გამოიმუშავებს თარებს. ანუ შესაბამისად ყველა ტიპი ვინც რაღაცას ყიდის, თავისი დრო აქვს ჩადებული მაგაში. ანუ პროსტო ფული გადაიხადა, თარები იყიდა და მე გახსნა არ არის ეგრე რა. ეგაა კაი. ანუ მარკეტისთვის კაია ძალიან. სად არის? ვიზარდა სად არის? ჭრაჭუნის ხმა მესმის იმენა ის. აქ იქნება. უმათ იქნება, ჩაჩი იქნება უოჭო. იკმა რა გამიკეთა. ძმაო, სტრიმი დავალაიქოთ, არხი გამოვიწეროთ. ისლანი რო გექნება ტურნირი არ არის? კი. ტურნირი, ანუ ცოტა ვერ დავინახე შენი კომენტარი ახლა. საკაიფო ნავის სურათი გიყენია ძმა. ალბათ იმის ასტრალის ფანი ხარ, ხო? ეს მაპი არ გახსოვთ წინა მისიები და ინსერშენორი CS:GO-ში? მოჭერი გემახსოვრეთ, hostage მაპი არის, უნდა წაიყვანო აი იმ კორპუსიდან, სადაც ტაგში უნდა წაიყვანო ის hostage. ბიჭო, რა ჭირს donations? ხო, ანუ მაგას ვაკვირდები. კაი, მოიცა თავიდან გავაკეთებ. მოიცადე რა პრობლემა, მაგაზე არ გაწყენინებ თქვენ. ესე იგი, donation გვალი. ეს დავაკოპიროთ. კაც მაგის $7, ხო? ეს ხო გავაკეთეს, ეს გავაკეთოთ. ეს 200. და აქ მიუთითოთ. ვითი. არ ვიცი, რატო არ ივსება, არ ვიცი რა ჭირს. აბა რავი, იმედია ეხლა იმუშავებს. იმედია ამის მერე რომ დაადონატებს მე შეივსება. კაი, $7-ზე ვართ. სულ რაღაც $243 გვაკლია და ეგა, ვიყიდით. NASA. აბა დაადონატეთ თავტეს. ისე პორტუგალიური ენა ძალიან არ მომწონს, რაღაცნაირი არის. რა ვერ დაიწყეთ, თო ერთ წუთში უნდა დაიწყონ და რა ვერ დაიწყეს. ისას ფანია ძმა და ის და არ არის რა კაცია, ჩემ მაიკარო იცოთ ისას. აქვს შანსი თქვენი აზრით ტენშენზე? ესპანური ენაც კაია, იტალიურიც ლამაზია ძალიან.
Get worse than losing both second rounds. So a very rough start to the playoffs for
ბისკელა აწერია დაინახეთ? ალექსიბის უკან ეწერა ბისკელა. უკუღმა აწერია ალექსიბი. ბისკელა. მაგარი სახელია ბისკელა.
Punish pick chosen by Navi and coming into this one It's a map that VP have been kind of thrust onto, as the desk highlighted multiple times. Teams think it's a weakness, but I can't help but think in repetitions at some point, perhaps these lessons could VP, Rio is a special place. James said it in the interview. This is where he had his major MVP. This is where he had his major trophy and 4 members of VP. Let's get into it. Na'Vi on one side of the server, Alexi B on the reins, and on the other side it's James.
The Brazilian crowd has already shown some love to James, the Redeemer. See if they can redeem themselves on map number 2. Otherwise, this might be an awfully quick quarter-final. Coming up later today, Vitality versus Mouse. That's one I'd stick around for. We know Navi.
Opa, შეივსო. მადლობა. მადლობა დონაციის. ეგა მუშაობს მაგრამ. ძალიან დიდი მადლობა.
Not to step back but forward.
კი, ეგრე გიჯდება კაკრას. 5-7 იმენა ტოპ კომპიუტერს ააწყო. 360-თან. მუშაობს, ძალიან დიდი მადლობა.
For the A defense. Cave contact possible. JL on one side, Electronic the other, and Flit close by. Feeling them out early, Na'Vi. Not a default spread, but still have information points all across the map. No push so far from VP.
Smokes in the air, CT smoke, that will be the first cue as to what's up. James, how do you react to this? JL pauses, happily just lingers, waiting for that exact fight. Electronic draws first blood in the pistol.
No, we are got a lot.
Kills few and far between for VP on map number 1. And changing right here, right now.
James extends their advantage. It's going to be 3 for 3 in the pistol department. Looks that way. It's taken shape. It's only Alexi. Trying to get some use out of his Molotov. Perhaps he could try and punch in the corner. There's no way. There's no way. From behind, he goes down. Or was it actually Fame from the donut position? But either way, VP, 100% success rate, Chad. But you know what we really need to watch?
Second rounds.
But I think they might have a good shot in this one.
Especially because that bomb didn't go down. So regarding the force buy, I think it might just be a Na'Vi eco. This was the opener. You can see the pressure towards A. JL's hoping for an aggress, but instead he has to make the move first. No movement came his way. Seemed awfully quiet. And the energy is something that would have been the main conversation for VP. Hey guys, come on, like what was it? Put ourselves best foot forward starting. To come in right here, right now and show what we're capable of. It has been a rough time for this team since coming together.
3-0 პისტოლებში სვეჩი ძმა, კაი ის იყო, ქეში იყო საღო. 3-0 იმენა. პისტოლი არ მოუგებ. აუ სადუკი.
Can I ask a stupid question?
შეივსო ძმაო წეღან, მაგრამ ეხლა რა დაემართა ისევ ტო?
Deep elbow.
ვა. ძალიან დიდი მადლობა კიდევ ერთხელ დონაციისთვის.
Because people can be ahead of it.
რა უნდა რატო არ ისევ? არ ვევასები ძმა აშკარად. წეღან შეივსო აშკარად არა და რომ დაადონათ ეს $1.
If you don't want to allow a team to establish their default early. The downside of that is if you're playing against a team, one that doesn't necessarily rely on the individuals. Na'Vi are going to have more than enough options to get back into the round because those smokes, we're going to get a farm on A. Hope you all enjoyed that. Those smokes, right, you think about it, you throw it from spawn, okay, then you replenish elbow and you replenish B doors. You have 1 smoke left. Let's say you replenish B doors or elbow again.
And there's probably still a minute on the clock.
Yeah, okay, I'll just retake things late. Like, it's fine.
As an
option, if no team is going to play heads up CS and fight for map control early, I think it's great because you're turning what is essentially an advantage for them with the space being taken into more of a 50-50, right? Timing and flashes and dodging around the mollies and smokes, it can always be difficult. I think it's one of the preferred methods of taking map control, but I don't think it's essential. Your setup, right? You don't always have to play the full press.
Here is the full press. B doors thrown out to start. Na'Vi's leaning heavy A to get out of the gates. James actually gets himself across for early info and he says no one's through. Oh, well, not anymore. JL down, Fame catches him. First gun round for Na'Vi, and they're going to have to play a post plant on A. That's if Electronic allows them. He is in donut. Will have to be pushing the smoke if he wants to disrupt. Throws out an incendiary. Hyper aggressive from Electronic.
With
his last dying breath.
Wonderful
and bit into dire
straits.
Up now towards Ample position.
მეორე მაპია best of 3-ის კი.
Hit this shot every day of the week. Somehow he's jumping as he connects, but wonderful.
გაუჭირდება.
He's got something.
გაუჭირდება.
Something could be said about this one, but denied. Good work from Norbert. Defuse comes through and VP weather the first gun round.
პაკეტლოსი სილქნეზე მართლა გასწორდა ძმებო, ვისაც სილქნეთი გაქვთ და პაკეტლოსი ქონდათ, დაწერეთ ჩატში ყველამ. ყველასთან თუ გასწორდა პაკეტლოსი სილქნეთი ვისაც ქონდათ. შეიძლება სილქნეთი შემოვიყვანოთ თუ პაკეტლოსი გაასწორეს. იმიტომ რომ ყველაზე კაი ინტერნეტი ახლა მაგათ აქვს პინგის თემში.
There's a room for AKs and Galils, but I wonder does Blade require his team to have all the util? Here's the opener. Catching JL pivoting out of that smoke and Emma caught as well.
Like, it's very fundamentally sound the way they
ისევ
start.
გააქვს, ვა.
JL gets caught. Pieces fall into place. 6-0 right now for James.
Yeah, if you can win the next, here it is. Full press again. Flit aggressive.
ვაი, ზოგს აქვს, ზოგს არა. ეგაა ძმებო.
Most definitely have taken. He chooses.
That's the bomb.
ზოგს აქვს, ზოგს არა.
Doesn't realize how close to death.
კაპანას აღარ აქვს პაკეტლოსი.
Like, look how entrenched already Alexi is.
They threw 4 smokes from
yes,
the start
they did. It was donut red. And donut other side and CT. So Alexi,
შემოგეპარა თქო ჩემს.
Stick your barrel out.
აი ის დაინახავს
It's
ազნეო.
held. Oh, that's frustrating for Alexi. Info.
Some variety, sure. 2 players donut, but you don't have anybody to capitalize off top of that.
You've got Norbert solo like playing retake B.
You might get another plant.
Yeah, that's
მან აკეთ აკეთ რადიაციაა ცოტა
Going
პაკეტლოს.
down, and Norbert should catch someone on the search. It's actually JL's rifle, yeah. They get across, but at what price? Look how much damage has been inflicted. All 3 of them walking with a limp. And JL last to fall. This is clean from VP. 4 in a row.
And good team-based Counter-Strike.
აი დასაწყისი იყო შოთაშორის.
For the pivot. Great work. That's what you want to see them playing off one another. Yet to frag are JL and Alexi, but a slow start. Let's see if Na'Vi can get back into things. The bomb goes down. It was already going to be a full buy. I think the fact that all 5 stay alive is fantastic news for VP.
გუშინ ბიჭო, ღამის 11 საათზე.
So already starting to forget about
სანზონიდან გავედი აეროპორტის დასახლებაში.
If they can win this map and take
ინტერნეტის მოდემი უნდა მეყიდა.
the Mirage is
ტიპს დაურეკე, მეთქი სანზონიდან გამოვდივარ თქო და რომ მოვიდე ხო იქნები ადგილზე თქო. კიო. გავედი და ტელეფონი გათიშა ბიჭო. საათ ნახევარი ვიყავი წინ და უკან გზაში. ახტებით ხა მე ისეთი ადამიანი ვარ რომ ეგინებინა ეხლა მაკაცისთვის. როგორც მიიყა შემომხედა მე ვინმეს ვაგინებ ეხლა საერთოდ მე გინება არ მიყვარს მან. მე გინება არ მევახე.
Now Bit readies himself to try and provide some pressure towards the donor position. Thinks twice about it. They're actually both relocating through towards Red Room.
Well, understandably so. Look at the setup. Fame and Jame were hunkered down on A. So they were expecting Na'Vi to try and just exploit the A gap like they were able to do in the previous. But they haven't. This top mid smoke from the T's is bad. It's actually got gaps.
აგინე. არა, არ შეიძლება მაგის მოწოდება, ცუდი საქციელის მოწოდება არ შეიძლება, უფრო დიდი ცოდვაა ძმებო. არ აგინეთ, დავანებ თავის გაჭირვებია ძმებო, გოროტი კაცი. ვაპატიე მე უკვე.
Lovely on his peak, but the bomb
არა გუშინ გაბრაზებულზე ცოტა ვაგინე, მაგრამ მე შემეცოდა. აიცი, რა მოვიდა.
You're a dead man.
რატო გამოვყავად?
Alexi goes down, trade is that Bit. Gets away from the Jame angle, peeking back into it with a missed shot. Red Room though should find it. Norbert with his second JL yet to frag and a chance to do so. Oh, that's the JL signature one. Jame is next victim, and he clutches up to get Na'Vi on the board.
Oh, you get a snapshot of that radar. Every single body dead in middle within that round. That was a biff, that was a brawl, and it didn't start well for Na'Vi whatsoever. In combination with multi-kills, get this one done. And look, I love the proactive nature from VP, but they've overcooked here. Stepped. That one's tasty from JL. And look, it appears that VP had the same conversation that Na'Vi had before map number 1. Let's fight.
Yeah.
Let's take these jewels. Let's get stuck in.
Well, stuck in is Immet, and stuck in is Electronic. Look at this mid fight. Yeah, 2 out mid. Electronic pokes his nose and Flit punished. Whoa, what is going on? Jame pushes down the ramp. Flit catches the cave push. JL lining up to try and catch Jame returning to cave angle. Molly forces him back into sight. And there's push on Donut as well. This is crazy.
This is massive.
Wow, რა timing-ია.
He's in the kitchen. And the gaps are, starting to show, starting to hurt. Electronic goes down.
Knows Fame's the A player, so nameplating right now, aware of the A main push as a possibility and ready for Fame to pivot back in, but he's tucked, he's hunkered down, he's waiting with the MP9. BenQ will have to clear him out.
They are acting like they know exactly where he is. This is going to be really tough for Fame to do anything with an MP9 and a dream.
Lobby? Yes, one is pushing a lobby, he dominates. Inside the lobby, come down, please, Nick.
And there you have it. He was bang on the money. Imez call locks it in, and the round will be Navi's.
Well, info and a massive play.
He's got
no nades. Just infers it from the finances of VP.
Did he say he was dropping nades?
Oh, maybe. I thought he said, like, he's no nades, he's A main. Either way.
Yeah, he's got all the info necessary, doesn't he? But knew it had to be Fame, right? Look,
yes.
I know we've seen some funky setups from Gets rumbled, and now it is just we should at least send 1 or 2 bodies. We can take massive boon for us and look together, paired up. It sacrifices his life to take the space, and wonderful running him down with the Tech 9. Knows he needs this kill, but doesn't want to give his AWP over. Buying time. Clock ticking, bomb gonna go off. James got another, but the molly's there. JL, they want James, they want everything that he's got, and they're gonna get it.
I mean, quite literally backed into a corner. What's he supposed to do? Just staring at the wall, jumping. Had nothing else. Nothing else he could possibly do.
Well, that's the difference between what would be a massive trap going into round number 7 and what is just going to be a couple of pistol upgrades for VP. So Navi, off the JL clutch, make good in a follow-up round and clean the board. That's something that if you can do against VP, you always should.
How are they finding? So Alexi's found it, and Imma has found this gap, this mysterious gap in the VP defensive.
Now, look, this could be the prep, but I think that there's just a sheer confidence that Navi are showing with the individuals, which is allowing a few of them to play off-leash.
Right.
And they also found an opening kill before that over towards B lane. I think Flip got caught pushing out Cave. So you're expecting them to rejig. We've got a P250, a smoke, and a 5.7. That's the investments for VP.
Has he got an extra util? Is he faking this? No, just the one smoke.
Hold them in place while the rest of his team clears out A main. And Imma already has so much forward pressure over towards red. This is a key position. It can be a little bit threatening because at a moment they could come out Cave behind, they could swing Donut through. But if they rotate, then Imma will be able to get all the information with the sound cues. And at a certain point, you can see he is worried about more than just the red push. JL's here to help him out.
This is textbook from Navi.
Oof.
He's looking zoned in right now.
It's very small, like micro details right there, but the way those overlaps worked, right? So JL gets there, then he can cover ledge.
But
like anyone returning from B to A to attempt to be present is going to be held.
But it's something that you see some of these teams doing now. I think that Liquid is one of them. They like to get the AWP into Red Room on some of these T-side gun rounds, because if you can get the AWP in that position, it's like B doors dust to.
I was thinking
right?
the same.
You're really making it difficult for those rotations, and lots of teams love to do full mid sweeps. So if you lose mid control because of a donut smoke and a red smoke, they're going to retake 2 players through donut, 2 players through red. And if you have a rifler and an AWP in that position, you know, with maybe a ledge or elbow in middle, something like that, then you can really deal with the way that the CTs want to clear out that territory and win on fights. But right now, VP will be fighting back in with a buy round. So they took the eco, the purchases now come through, and the crowd not loving this because they are James fans after all.
Yeah, well, James and his team are doing better on this map. Well, actually, they're doing the same. I was Inferno right now.
They should be doing better.
They will be.
I don't imagine at this point it will be a shutout.
No.
Oh, they missed the ledge molly. That's a big deal.
Facilitates Electronic to be tucked. Oh,
Bita Gantirulia.
Completely. Yep. Had no idea that was possible. So Electronic profits. James, yeah, he's being hunted. In hot pursuit is Alexi, yet to frag. The two leaders clash towards A main, and James will go away unscathed. Still 99 points of health, he's good. And an uncomfortable situation for Navi to find themselves in, a man down with very little map control. You've got laid. I suppose that's all you can boast.
Yeah, but right now for JL and Imma, they're probably on high alert that there could still be players tucked up close middle, you know, ready to jump up. Or snap back, JL. Try your luck again.
Bogdan's law.
შეტეხილს მოლოტოვი თუ არ დაეცა? არა, აქვს ხო შუაზე მოლოტოვი. რიანის დაცხრიას არა.
A molly on wonderful, but he's not there to throw it.
No.
So electronic can activate late.
Oh, electronica. James, რომელი ჩეკება რა? დაინახა? ვერ დაინახა.
Missed shot. Actually, Imma gets away with
what
it, but
the
Electronic
fuck?
had his chance for the double. He dinks up Alexi, and JL and Alexi working with just 30 points of health combined. It's not ideal. It's not looking winnable for Na'Vi's final 30-second foray. Heading over towards B. Angle held on long side. Too many angles to clear. JL, what can you do? Both of them low HP. You love a
ძალიან კარგად გაათამაშეს, ძალიან კარგად გაათამაშეს. საკაიფო ინფო დადეს ეგრევე.
The loss bonus is there, but maybe a save from Na'Vi in that situation, playing for future rounds. It's not the end of the world. They can't buy again, sure.
It did feel like there was
It felt very hopeless.
Yeah.
Like the way in, it didn't even feel possible, and that will be a tactical timeout call from Na'Vi. Blade's opportunity to get activated, same as Mr. Passionage. So let's see what they have to say. Well, actually, we can't, but you can see the mouths moving. So if you can lip read at home, let us know. But yeah, so the missed ledge molly, Bit needed to be aware at that moment that it was a possibility. Right? You'd prefer to have a set lineup for that where possible so that it spreads properly, but we saw it just miss, and that allows Electronic to get up.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be frustrating. Slumps down in his chair.
Well, yeah, because you taking map control is predicated on your teammates landing the utility correctly.
To set you up so that your flight path is like ironed out. You know what is possible.
Exactly. You want to limit the amount of possible issues that you can run into.
Well, or just to inform your pre-aim as well. He had no idea. Mid seems to be the focus. Look at this. Straight into Electronic. It's going to be a double opening.
They really wanted to win that, and I know that sounds like a redundant sentiment, but it's the fact that they had two players in T-spawn flashing. JL, can you find anything? They're set up for this. You're going to walk into your device's three-man trap, and you're dead. Snap shut, Alexi and Bit. They go down as well. Well, Bit in a moment's time.
What do we have here, Chatty B?
This is a competitive half.
It is a competitive one from VP.
And the money now
Originals მოიგებს Na'Vi, მაგრამ კარგად აუყოლა.
They are going to have to take a bit of a partial unless Bit can win a 1v5.
I would love in the replay to see Electronics POV to understand how when two people flashing.
მე 40 ლაიქს მივარდკა 200 აუდით, მაგრამ
It wasn't your typical like anti-flash donut swing. So I'd love to know whether it was bad flashes or a nice anti-swing from Electronic.
James, ma ავეპეგა რა უესთვის.
Casualty in this one.
Alexi's still yet to frag, so let's see if he can get activated, get on the board. But yeah, they had a player.
პიულაგია თო რა ის ღარბი და ის. Hildo დაიდე ბარემ შეჩემა რა.
Playing anti like on the timing. So deep out in towards middle. And it's likely his teammates are flashing as well behind the box. That's a very standard approach too.
Isn't it called the Jame flash in most teams?
Yeah, right. But with that situation, you get the right side flashes from spawn for the Ts so that it flashes the CTs that dip into donut.
Run boost all straight in and escorts JL out. See you later, mate.
No issues with opening kills on this map, unlike Inferno. That was such a problem for VP.
Firing out some very lethal bullets is Fame's MO4.
Aleko. Dade bombi mais. Dade vera.
Denied by Electronic. And so just through sheer repetitions, this Ancient, they've been forced onto it a lot.
He's gone. Was courier
They've actually started to turn their luck around.
Yeah, indeed. So sure they lost to 9Z, but Astralis and Mongols probably.
Ey, rashis drua chemi, ხოც მე რო განვიხილე მაგის.
Confidence, but before that there's a whole lot more red within the column, and that's why when you just take a look, if you're on HLTV and you're looking at the win percentages in the last 3 months, you think this is a weakness. Look, statistically it is, and VP tried to do the same with Inferno against Na'Vi, so neither team landing just yet. But 5 still possible.
Oof, terrifying. Terrifying for JL. It's just aggression from the CT side all over the shop. Imma this time has some room to maneuver out middle. Clear from James, actually mishandled that, yeah. Does he really want to push through this? I like his idea. James throwing out his own smoke so he can focus on the pressure that's coming from a main, but Imma sees that as an invitation. He'll take that smoke push. James goes down. Lovely double to get them into the site. Now there's nothing really in the form of a retake. VP might just want to take The AK-47's through. 3 AK-47s for the next round of play, the final round of play.
Yeah, and taking a look at the finances, there will be enough for the buys. So having these weapons in your hand is a nice
advantage. არა, ცუდი half-ი და თან მერე ტიდან თამაშიც შეიძლება რომ მოიგოს ეს მაპი.
Be the better way of the framing, but
just
knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Right, and he didn't even die to the lurk from Imma through Donut.
Oh,
so just a couple of nice shots for Na'Vi to breach in towards the A site. But this has been quite a tussle for that mid control, and I do like some of these moves that we've seen from VP on the CT side, grouped up, something a little bit, not with the mid plays necessarily, but like three players pushing top B ramp that early to isolate JL. Like there's some different flavors to their CT aggression at the moment. But as just mentioned, 5 is more than workable for Na'Vi on this T side. I think 4 is doable as well. Yeah, there's Alexi's second kill, and a tidy one onto Fame. This time it will be the timeout called from Virtus.pro. And understandably so. I like the timing of this one, right? It's the final round of the half. You win this, you put yourself win the pistol, which no issues so far within the 3 played. Conversions, and you're in touching distance taking us to Mirage. So I'm glad that we've seen things turned around with a competitive matchup on map number 2. The arena games. Group stages, as mentioned, a bit of a formality for this team. But stage matches, the high intensity matches, this is where they do their best work.
5 consecutive?
Yeah, looking for 6. I think it was Spring Finals a loss to Spirit. EWC they won over G2. Cologne they lost to Vitality. Pro League they won over EF. Fall Finals they lost to G2.
Oh, full blind
the account in middle. Wonderful catches the A main push. Flick completely overlooked. A lazy.
I don't know it yet, but as soon as JL starts to investigate the timing, the window, it's closed.
Just got there in time. Okay.
They know it's B.
Yeah, so they've definitely solved the mystery. Norbert trying to block, but I think he's going to be tested. Gets away with 1, can't do 2. Imet with an AWP no less, picks it up off of Wonderful. Uses it to great success.
James T-spawn flank 1v3 clutch with the AWP. All right.
When he
goes for them, Chad.
Well, he has to.
Exactly. When he goes for them, he's pretty good at it.
That's it.
To clutch, but no smoke grenade. Incendiary HE flash, not ideal for the defuse. Oh, hello. JL catches a whiff. Still no, they don't. They don't hear the scope. So JL's a sitting duck. No smoke grenade. He's hoping he could find one. And down before the incendiary can bloom. A chance there, but 7-5 is workable. As Chad Birchall said, we're going to swap sides. We'll be right back. We'll find out if we need map 3.
ნიშანს ელოდებოდა. აუ ეს რა ტაიმინგზე და ეს აი ამ რაუნდის მერე ამა რა ქნა ჩემ რა ტრიალები გააკეთა იმენა ქართული ცეკვებით გავიდო. ჩაუყლევდი ხა ბიჭს შესასავებოდა ბიჭო? ეხოცებით გადმოახვიეთ. გადმოახვიეთ და ნახეთ და დამიკონფირმეთ რომ ეგრე არის. აუ რა მუსიკაა, ტუნია მეხადა. არა ხო? დაიწყო.
South America, Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, quarterfinal day. We've got the arena open to the public.
Midi Sanakhavat.
As Navi and
Lewan
VP
Ariek.
duke it out. Rather disappointing, I'm sure, for the fans and for the VP fans, which seems to be plenty here in Rio. As a 13-4 scoreline on VP's map pick, they were unable to get the engine started. A different story. Map 2, Navi picking into Ancient, seeing it as a weakness, but with a 7-5 half, perhaps not for VP.
Yeah, got their bell rung and have woken up. Let's see if they can win a fourth pistol.
Don't say that. I mean, but to have won every single pistol would be crazy if they were to lose out 2-0.
Bit and wonderful on the A site. Norbert to sell something over towards B, being highlighted now by our ops team. Alexi, he'll be the closest point of rotation to either site. Wonderful doesn't move Bit either. They're not biting down on this fake.
No, they've got the positions necessary. Wonderful does confirm. Bit swings that, but still has the aim.
Იმეს არ არის, იმეს დუალები არ აქვს, იმე ძალიან ისუს. იმეს დუალები რატო არ აქვს?
Plants the bomb. Shame exposed by the HE. The fact they've got the HE is crazy. Immer through the flames. It's up to Norbert now. Where's the bomb? They get on it. Norbert a main. He's got a 10-second defuse. Alexi's calling for help. The defuse is on. He's confirmed it. He has to peek deny with the smoke to cover. And it will be a Navi pistol. They're first in this quarterfinal.
Well, they definitely identified that late rotation in Norbert due to the fake had to still be a country mile away. And I love that defensive smoke. Once spotted. Get on the defuse, Mr. President. The smoke lands. There's no way.
Space!
Stops that 1v3.
Space! როგორ გავდა ეს პუტკონა ბიჭი, შავი კაცი თო.
Shots from James.
It's a different round. If that bomb goes down uncontested, instead that HE, it gives them so much. A kill onto James and like the green light to push. And it just falls apart for VP. So yeah, an interesting, quite a technical pistol, trying to fake out B, contact A. Heaven smoke. So that's an interesting deviation. We didn't see that from Navi.
Yeah, I think with the Heaven smoke, I like to throw that if it means that you're just going to go for a B execute.
Right.
Because if a team plays full press mid, two players are negated from the round.
მესამე მაპი არ მგონია, მაგრამ მე ვფიქრობ რომ ხვალ კაი თამაშები გვექნება და კაი ფინალიც გვექნება. კაი ფინალი გვექნება Navi Vitality. მე ეგეთი prediction-ი მაქვს. Navi Vitality-ის best of 5 გვექნება და იქ 5 მაპი იქნება რა. All შემთხვევაში ეგრე მინდა.
From exactly what I was saying, if you're going to throw the Heaven smoke, you want to fortify the B lane early because you remove that ability for them to jump up.
So their mistake was respecting the B door smoke.
Yeah,
it
is risky, but you're on a force buy.
Right.
You're already taking a bit of a risk, and you have Tech 9s, those closer range kills. Imma did oblige and push through the smoke. So I think I would have liked to have seen VP play ahead and get that control if they were opting for that option. Now the bomb is down. Bit has made sure there's no rotation point back. James is looking for damage. Sure, he's doing well in the stat department, 16 kills, but I'm not sure how impactful these will be. The next round will have to be an eco.
He's never one to give away his life without a fight. Wonderful does oblige.
Yeah, okay, well, Navi should be taking the lead in this second map of play.
აი ბიჭო, საიმ ხომ უკვე ერთხელ, ეხლა ამათი ჯერია.
The follow through. If they really wanted to be crazy, which I have to keep these options always open when VP's on the screen, is Flip could drop an AK, and they could run a AK-47, but not to be the case. Some light upgrades, P250s, a smoke, a flash, and they've gone for the heaven smoke again. This time they're getting the B lane control early.
Aura კაცი იცი ვინ არის?
Apex. Oh, it's deep again. Into B they go. Let's see. JL into the death funnel. Just going to farm them up. The MP9 and the A1S doing all the work it needs to. It's a little bit sketchy. It's a little bit worrisome.
I'd agree. I was a little nervous just seeing JL in the open, flashed with 2 Tech 9s running at him, but
all 5 staying alive.
No problem.
ზეთი შეცვლა არ დაგავიწყეს მანქანაშიც მან. ისი არ მოხვიდა.
T-side so far.
მიდიხარ დრაგზე 13-ში?
Full investment, AK-47s across the board. No AWP in play for either team.
და რას ფიქრობ, ბარე მითხარი მაკლარენი იგებს უკანა წამყვანის კლასს?
Standard opener, cave smoke, red smoke. Not playing through it is IMA. Just going to harass. Pops open for the clear. Nobody home.
Oh, they're really putting the thumb screws onto middle.
რანაირად მოკლა, რანაირად მოკლა.
Same Norbert traded out by JL. Flit through cave, wonderful, overlooks that potential. So nice catch from Flit.
ცუდი ამინდი ჩანს.
Isolated to defend this B bomb site.
ვერა, კაი ვარიანტი.
Has to fall back off of the incendiary and hang on. That's a big duel to win.
And the bomb's in Narnia.
Wins out mid. Pressure from cave, but no bomb. Oh, Flit's out. Spotted out.
Look at him push. Look at him go.
That's ridiculous from him.
And Fame, nowhere to be found. On his own solo mission on the other side of the map. Might get a kill. Spots him out, knife in hand, trying to get that extra bit of pace. And now he can grab the bomb.
And where does he go? I mean, they know that the bomb's not on B. They're checking all the bodies. They can't seem to find it. Now scooped up by Fame, and he's going back to B.
I like the call from Fame. I understand, because they would beat you on rotation. Oh.
Oh, he gets JL completely lackadaisical. He had no idea.
მაგრამ ის იკითხება
Fame. Where IM is coming from. He's got 25 seconds to solve this mystery. This could be a huge clutch quarterfinal on the line, but it's just
იმე ძალიან მაგარია იმე რა ძალიან მოხოდილია ამ ბოლო დროს.
Time to plant, time to play.
ძალიან მოხოდილია
იმე brings the fight. Fame's looking the wrong way.
I love seeing the confidence from Imma within this series so far. It's been really nice to see, just backing himself and again never giving VP any room to move. 2-round differential now, and this is beautiful.
ნახე რა გააკეთა. რა ჭყიანურია და.
Sure, Fame making this somewhat interesting. JL giving himself over, but it's information for Imma to work with. Partial buy.
რა ჭყიანური line-up-ი აქტებს.
Four towards B, Fame middle, bomb outside the doors.
Well, this might be more what you were talking about, Chad.
Exactly.
You take cave. Next challenge would be onto Alexi, and there's no one to support him. JL's running as fast as he can, but Alexi's got a lot to do, a lot on his plate. Flit. Oh, doesn't clear him. A free frag, and now JL provides the support, so no trade from Electronic either.
ამ თამაში ნავის და რა ვისე კარგ თამაშს უკვე.
He pays a heavy price. I think Alexi hit the dink. And now delivers an M4 to a healthy Jame. JL and Bit responsible to maintain control of this. Imma arrives as well. Could through and peek behind those flames, but Fame.
რანაირად ჩაიხსნობით.
And Jame, oh, he gets away with murder.
არა ეს აღარ იკითხება შანსია.
Down he goes up to JL.
სად გარბიხარ ნორბერტ შეჩემა.
JL just racking him up. Frag by frag, a second found onto Electronic, low HP. Wonderful, going to run as fast as he can to account for the potential.
ან წასულიყავი შეჩემა ან არა რა ვერ გადაწყვეტე რა გინდა ბლა.
Running donut with a bomb in his hands. And spotted.
მე რანაირი კაცია.
Pull the trigger on his head, but taking his sweet time about this. Wonderful goes down. One hell of a headshot from Norbert. This could be the clutch. This could be the clutch to get VP back in the driving seat. He's up against JL though. Has to be perfect, and JL saves him. The 1v2 denied, 10 rounds found. Na'Vi in pursuit of a 2-0 to secure the semi-final.
Right, that's a little bit lazy into B there. They know that JL's the B long defender, and I suppose they're expecting him to play a little bit more of a retake setup. But
Yeah.
there were so many bodies getting thrown into cave. I don't know. Either way, this is it. So JL swings out. He's aggressive towards cave, and then, yeah, well, before that he was tucked into sight, right? So that was just a partial investment for VP. So they actually get a lot of value for money. And a decent attempt from Norbert. They'll be happy with the plant. It's actually going to be the second tactical timeout called from Na'Vi. So Blade, knowing they're just 3 rounds away from getting this done, booking themselves a semi-final against Heroic tomorrow. Be only the second time they've played Heroic this year. First time this season. Surprises.
რაღაც უწყობ თქო ჩემისებო ხევს ერთმანეთს. გამორიცხულია რომ ეს მაპი წამოიღოთ ახლა მორჩაბაზე.
Furia, VP and Heroic, they all enjoy it in Rio. You look at their past history here, 2022, 2023. Heroic have been in back-to-back finals.
Something about Rio and Heroic. And Virtus.pro.
And Furia.
And Furia, all of which have once again found footing.
And
does to Norbert. Trying to return fire was bit, just a couple of bullets through that red smoke, but they've conceded mid, they've lost control of it. And Electronics trying to profit from it. Gets himself deep into red room, early doors, 1 minute 30, and JL's holding this passive of an angle.
They have to push A main because the map seems very small right now, Na'Vi, so Bit is emboldened to take this space.
I'm going. Sami da Sami kushis.
He's quick.
Sami da Sami kushia, bicho.
How quick that headshot's found. Puts us into a 4-on-4, and they regain A main. James hoping for an overextension from Bit. If they cut noise long enough, maybe he goes searching into the AWP or into the Norbert AK. Okay, that's a nice way to find a response just by hurrying up and wait.
So they're transitioning back over towards B. So Electronic hasn't moved a muscle just yet. Wonderful is starting to go. But
Electronic's going to be kicking himself.
Yeah, indeed. Well, Wonderful will be there to help out Alexi on the site just in time.
Oh, this gets awkward for VP now. You had the 4v3. You have to convert this, but you have to get past Alexi B. The smoke obscures Wonderful's assistance. Alexi tucks deep into cubby. Oh, the util. Wonderful, 20 seconds left. He can just molly the plant. Norbert fakes it out. They don't clear their corners. It's just messy from Virtus.pro. 15 seconds. You have to plant. There's no one to cover you. Good clear from Flit. 10 seconds. Someone needs to be punching in that code. James is that guy. Gets it down. And Flit quicked on the flank. They're not looking at this pot's potential just yet. James distracts. Flash through. Only JL. Have they really recovered this? Playing a dangerous game. Couple of seconds to spare, but hang on a second! JL! It was always JL comes through with a 1v2. Virtus.pro gonna be bubbling with rage.
Back-to-back rounds, JL coming in clutch, and that one's gonna leave a mark. VP, it felt like a classic Jame round.
It did.
The clock ticking down against all odds. They pulled it off somehow. JL says no, not today. 11-7. Na'Vi in the driver's seat, yet to drop a round. Just one player staying alive for this defense, but still spotless.
Oh, what for you? Set up a shima now too. Heroics. Heroics. Come on, go. What's happening? What's up? Naked. Rara, Roman set up a shima. What's happening?
Electronic to test once more.
Ow, satsqali vitality თუ გავიდა ნახევარ ფინალში.
For Electronic.
აუ 22 ლაიქიც მებოდა 200 ავდივართ, მადლობა ძალიან დიდი.
3 times he's conceded that opening death, but
არხის გამოიწერეთ, ვისაც არ გაქვთ გამოწერილი.
Measured pace within this round.
timing on that, just as Electronic started to move, just as his fingertip touched W. Bit activates. The bomb's a main.
Look how far forward Flit is. They know that he could be in because of the smoke, so this is all a fake and it's worked wonderfully.
Oh, it's even more sold by the fact there's bodies behind the smokes.
Opa.
This is nice. VP, despite the man disadvantage, if he could just get one,
Whoa.
make it a potential
Rakar gaqida ხო რიანი ვინაა თო?
Another penny drops, boys. It's A.
კაცი ყავს ჩემო
Imma
ჩეჩემო.
starts moving though. He might get caught in transition by James, who's parked in cave for some reason.
For some reason. I guess the reason is they don't have to worry about Donut, but yeah, now they don't. Fame gets it. James can control
I think
it.
It has to be a save. I think they have to, because you have 3 consecutive rounds with just one player staying alive for Na'Vi. Your finances are on the ropes. You don't want.
არა, დღეს არ მაქვს აქცია. ნახევარ ფინალებზე და ფინალზე მექნება აქცია. სავარაუდოდ ციგანის აქცია იქნება.
What made that so convincing on B?
კაჩი სიგანის აქცია და ახალი აქცია დავამატი ხელფასის მომატება. ანუ ხელფასის მომატების აქცია.
On the B side from Na'Vi, they were playing behind the short and the long smoke, so they didn't have information. And then the kill secures it. So the fact that they pull a fake off in a pressure environment like this, it's not the first time we've seen VP try something tricky along those lines. But this time, they're able to get away with it. They do allow Na'Vi to save, so those drops, as mentioned, will be passed
out.
Yeah, immediately you see James win the round, reach for his notes, and call attack timeout.
Yeah, because I wonder, do you want to run a fake again? Like, you don't have to be so tricky. I did enjoy them taking the pace out of it, because
ახალი სამსახურად მიჩეული იქნება უკვე შენ სამსახურს სადაც მუშაობ და მათ მოგიმატო ხელფას ჯობია.
They're also doing B lane molly. They're also throwing
the
HGs in, so they go through so much utility early within the round. Look, I'm not sure. Again, like when you put Na'Vi in this teetering position, if you want to take a timeout and give Blade the opportunity to adjust as well, that's the first round his team's lost on the CT side. So Alexi gets to confer with the boss man.
Darchi მაგას გეუბნები.
But this is VP's way back.
დაიცე ხარ მითხრათ აქ რომ შეიძლება დაუქამბეკო და მამეთ ეს ფული თუ გატეხეს 8 9 10 11 10-ია და 11 10-ზე უწევთ full buy. ორივე გუნდს და ეგეც თუ
They might opt for the save because the first round loss bonus just came into the bank balance. So I take that back, Alex. Look at this.
Lexi B takes it forward.
Not the first time they've tried that.
Trade, nice from JL, even catching some damage through the smoke on door.
Why, man?
Flash through.
JL
completely destroyed by Electronic. Nice self flash from
Electronic. Such it's wonderful, right?
Chasing their tower right now.
Such a movie
that no idea what's happening within this round.
And the next target here for Electronic is Bit. Oh, what? Bit misses his chance. Now the jig is up.
Oh, it's killing down.
He doesn't want to let this one slip away. A must-win round for VP, and as you said, chasing their tail. The bomb's heading B. Perhaps gets a free. Yeah, back of the head. Catch the scope.
ანუ ზურგს უკან რო ვიღაცა ზუმავს და შენია სავეპი არა აქვს. ვინ არის?
I don't like this for
VP. No, the path back to A is terrifying. You don't know anything.
They're worried about everything. They're giving over sound with defensive utility to elbow.
It's so telegraphed. They know exactly what's up. Maybe Electronic can save him. He's going to get cleared out. Wonderful. That's a hit the shot. Oh, man. A missed one from the AWP. On plant going to be interesting. This is falling through their fingers here. Wonderful still has an AWP on Donut. Electronic's a dead man. They give him the bomb and say try. Try and plant, but they're both here. He's just going to give it a go. Wonderful peek. Comfortable collection. This is messy. 9 seconds. James just has to bring it away. Wonderful does not miss. Under the pressure. It's a 12 for Na'Vi. 4 opportunities to knock out VP to secure the semi-final. Na'Vi versus Heroic.
Damn, it's close. Out of the last 5 rounds of play, the rounds Na'Vi have won have all just been one individual surviving. So they are being pushed. They are being tested. They are almost there. A great round from Wonderful. Have to talk about JL's impact on this map as well with those back-to-back clutches. 20 kills for him. Inferno was Imma's map. Ancient is JL's. And is this it?
I think there might be a twist or two. Imma doesn't seem to think so. Gets away with 19 points of health and aggression towards Flip, pushing out Cave.
They've done that several times, not just with Imma, but Alexi as well. They're really trying to isolate.
Didn't catch the push through. His back is turned. Norbert's got a real opportunity. Directly underneath him.
Has to make a sound.
What's going on here? Oh, no way, Bit. Completely pants by him. Oh, and now Norbert's gotten away with it. He's actually gotten away from the orb.
But Imma's low.
Oh, and Imma goes down. VP has taken the A site. Norbert and Electronic have gotten them away into the round and now denied. In pursuit of denying the plant, JL goes down empty-handed. And there's nothing here for Alexi and Wonderful.
Oh, just not the weapons for the job. JL trying to swing out at that range with the MP9. Wonderful removed by James AWP, and let's make it 9 for VP. Well, now that conversation I was having earlier, forced by into the eco, as they are going to try and remove it all. The Finn being chased, Norbert removes that and grabs himself an AK-47 for his troubles. This one's still got a couple of rounds left.
Oh, I wouldn't complain over a cheeky OT, but is it too early to be saying those letters?
Well, let's talk through it again, right? So this likely to be either a force or one of those rounds where, you know, you chip in. I think Na'Vi, they might play it more conservatively than some of these more star-studded rosters would expect, because you want to save a little bit of cash so that you're if you shove now and then eco next, go into the final, you're going to be very, so they have kept a little bit of cash here. So I like this. They're playing knowing they need just one round. As you'd hope.
I think they can count.
It doesn't matter what the score reads at the end of the day, as long as 13's next to your name and not the opponent's. But imagine if they get it done on a eco.
I don't think VP or Rio would like to imagine that.
I'm going to say it's not impossible.
No, I'm already getting a weird feeling. The fact that Electronic, he does get himself a double though out mid, might relieve some of that pressure. Bit did find fit with the bullet.
Well, you know that JL's a B defender, you know that Imma is a mid defender, you know that Wonderful is the rotator. So there's your information to work with if you're VP, but you also know they only have pistols. So how does that change things?
I mean, just a nice direct approach with some trades. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, simple execute. Remove a couple of these angles.
Don't, like, contact up ramp and get double killed by Imma's 5-7. That's the one thing you shouldn't do.
Guys, smoke here.
They missed a piece of utility.
That's ideal. Imma.
Guys, smoke here.
Doesn't get the headshot that he's so desperately sought after. JL just the one on the body shots. Wonderful's 5-7 looking deadly for a moment. Put Norbert on notice, just 1 HP for him, but just that pistol buy.
Nice smoke.
Economical. Up next.
Now it'll be the full save. So we will go the distance. Scoreline should read 12-11. In about a minute and 55 seconds time if we want to milk it for all it's worth. A flash in the hands of JL. That's all they have to operate with on the Na'Vi side of the server.
You've never seen $200 use this effectively.
Wow, that's the clickbait title on the TikTok right there.
There it is.
Oh, Kidiku, wow.
Titles on TikTok. Oh. Nasty nade onto Imma's face. And they've got no resistance mid. There it goes. And doesn't do anything. Norbert has full vision. Unloads his magazine. It's going to feel great.
Chaco.
Kills. Sprays them all down. Give him the ace. Norbert. An ace in Rio de Janeiro.
Will that be his last good memory here, because it can all end in 5 kills time. 2 years ago, lifting the major trophy. You're an underdog up against the world #1. Your map pick, you got blown out. Ancient up next as a punish. And a Blade timeout to secure the final round for Na'Vi.
How do you not get into your head when your opponent has got his on-match point? And the most highly regarded coach in Counter-Strike takes a timeout. How do you not get into your head of your VP? You've on the mic as well. You're on the T side though.
Maybe you turn to Electronic and you say, hey, you've dealt with this guy before. You've won a major with him before. What can you glean us? Well, I can tell you, final round, poor Alexi B has to operate with an MP9. Let's see.
Vicere შეგროვნა ის რომ სადაც ის გამადეთ ამ და ის რო პროსტო პატრობს უნდა დაუმის.
Sorry, flit, not bit.
A lot of early util. Look how many smokes, flashes thrown out to try and get Electronic out mid, and he will. Red not cleared. Electronic finds him in. Oh, through the smoke, Bit finds it.
Huge trade.
Massive trade. Despite a missed smoke from VP, it's a 4-on-4. Bit has kept Na'Vi in it to win it in just the 24th round of Ancient. Red, VP. They're off kilter, they're wobbly.
The
misses some fundamentals, and it should have led to the death of Jame. Bit lets it go. Wonderful catch Fame on Donut. Now Jame posted for the JL surge, and JL has managed to best the AWPer. It falls now onto the shoulders of Flit and Norbert. Holding the smoke is Alexi, and he's gonna catch him walking through. Only Flit remains. And VP's hopes of replicating in Rio hang on one man's shoulders. One man to keep the dream alive. Up against three. JL goes looking. JL searching.
Nice.
JL finds it. And VP
Nice.
knocked out of Rio.
Არა easy არის რა,
Replicate the dream run.
ეს Virtus.pro გუნდი არ
2
არის.
years on, and it's Na'Vi. They hit him with the left right. Good night.
Just locked themselves
Well,
in
they're
for a
up,
semi-final matchup against Heroic in pursuit of their 6th consecutive grand final. Na'Vi are the world #1 for a reason, and they put that on display here today. A masterclass on Inferno. Some beautiful Counter-Strike. That was Imma's map, but as mentioned, JL on Ancient. The clutches, the impact, 23 kills. And he's going to be happy with that one. One of the biggest personalities we have in the scene right now, putting on a show, a major MVP in his own right.
It's got to be a great feeling.
For Na'Vi.
2-0, just like that. I mean, a 13-4, it gets a
Ესეთი
bit
სკამი
scary.
რომ მქონდეს, მამეც
Na'Vi, they weather the storm. JL a big reason for that. And it's interesting to see how Imma and JL both just having a map pop off.
Oh, conversation being had there from Na'Vi at the end of the game. Doesn't look like smiles on the face. Maybe already.
რა უთხრა? ანუ ხელს არ ვართ თო?
It looks like a post-mortem. Like within 5 seconds of the victory being locked in, they're already having the
Wow,
conversation.
საინტერესოა თო.
Specifically between Blade and Alexi. But they are the winners. They are in the semi-final. They will meet Heroic. For Virtus.pro, upon reflection, a nice little upswing. I love the framing from Yanko coming into this, just saying that they, their main goal, their main objective was for the major, and this is a step in the right direction. Let's hear what James Banks and the winners have to say.
What a fantastic way to kick things off here for the playoffs. Imma, how good did that one feel? It looked like you were just dominating and were unstoppable on Inferno.
I mean, on Inferno, yes, but on Ancient it was a bit rough because our plans didn't work out that well. But I'm happy that we managed to go on top.
Why were your plans not working out? Had Virtus.pro
6 ლაიქს მიაწიწმება, ავიდეთ ბარემ 200 ლაიქზე და არხიც გამოიწერეთ და
to deny their mid take, and then every time we
Amba,
did this,
სამაგარი
they were not
ქუდია.
there. And every time we didn't do it, they were there. Like, maybe it's a bit unlucky, maybe it's a bit like, I don't know. That's how CS works sometimes.
They were winning the mind games of that one. Now, I also want to ask you, what's it like, this crowd for you? Because they were very much in Virtus.pro's side.
They were in Virtus.pro side? Oh, that's crazy. But, I mean, to see this crowd, that they are very, very loud, and then it's not even full pack. I don't want to imagine how it's going to sound whenever it's full pack.
Now, you had a bit of a slip up against Furia, right? Couldn't grab that semi-final spot. When you play like this today, does it feel like you're back to the Na'Vi we want to see?
და რა გაუთია, მივიდა ხესად. მადლობა მეგობრებს ლაიქის ვიგებთ და მადლობა დონაციების უცხოდ მადლობა არხის გამოწერისთვის. კარჩე, ნუ იმის გასტრემას, მაუზი ვიტალიტის გასტრემას ადრე არ აქვს, იმიტომ რომ ფეხბურთი არის და ფეხბურთის ყურება ჯობია.
For sure, even this game we had some.
ამიტომ ხვალ ნახევარფინალები რაც იქნება 7-დან ნახევარფინალები 7-ზე და მე 11-ის რაღაც 10 როცა და მორჩება მე იწყება ის
tomorrow. How important is it for you to keep that streak going and make another grand final?
We like to know.
შემდეგი თამაში იწყება თავის დროზე, ხო?
It's very good
22-15-ზე.
Play game by game, and then if we reach the final, it's very good actually.
არა, Nexus გასტრემოს არ ვაპირებ, აზრი არა.
In the semi-finals
ამაში ყურება მივიდა. არა ვიფიქრ. ხვალ 7-დან დავცხოთ რა.
Oh yeah, yes, Na'Vi secure their semi-final spot. Oh, so familiar with the big stage and once again looking to
აი ძმებო, მადლობა ვინც იყავით თუნდაც ჯიგრები ხარ. დავით და ხვალ შუდიდან გელოდებით, კარგი ნახევარფინალები გვექნება. ნავი ჰეროიკი კაი თამაში იქნება, იმედია ვიტალიტი მოიგებს და ვიტალიტი ფურიაც კაი იქნება რა. დავით, ხვალ.